Missed all of them pint bottles out granny crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing. How niggas been. Got sucker niggas, keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish Tech and some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always open. Sneak wishing well, I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty know I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
Okay. Let me make sure. Are we live? Trying to see, chat. We live, chat. Hold on. What's up, Court? I guess we is live. Hold on. Court, I got some little technical difficulties over here, man. I'm finna end up having to get me a new laptop. But what's up, Court, man? I hope you're doing. You said early grind. What up? I miss you too, Court. I hope you and the kids and Jesse had a good holiday as well. Dorsey, what going on? I'm just trying to make sure everything before we get started, man. Hold on. This is crazy. I think I need a new graphics card.
But I seen that chick didn't gain the win. I left, she loving me again. I let her cry out the bins and they say time heal. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spencer night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Cover bag, I want it bad. I'ma touch it first. Eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean. Temporary feelings mixed with temporary pleasures. All these temporary moments and these temporary treasures. Temporary circumstances to temporary measures. Temporary friends and even temporary schedules. Temporary smiles and temporary goals. Temporary women sliding on temporary poles. Temporary comments and temporary trolls. I just pray that God bless me. Ain't no temporary souls. I'm a saint, but I sin. I checked in the game to win. I left, she loving me again. I let her cry out the bins and they say time heal. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spencer night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Cover bag, I want it bad. I'ma touch it first. Eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean.
All right, here we go, chat. Y'all about ready? Y'all locked in this morning? I didn't go live last night. I actually went to sleep. I needed some rest, chat. But are y'all ready? It's a lot going on today. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot going on. I think Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb almost got into a fight. We finna get into that as well. Hold on, chat. Hold on, where is that?
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
That's what I was looking for.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut alive out. What we doing this morning, chat? We got breaking strikes on Iran imminent. The Clintons refuse to testify, man. And what else do we got? I don't know, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Let me get to everything, man. We finna have to do that intro again, man. Let me see. All right, anyways, long story short, breaking strikes on Iran imminent. Clintons refuse to testify. Double tap the screen, shut alive out. I don't care if you just now waking up or already on your way to work, man. Please double tap that screen, shut alive out. Get us into the algorithm. We got an action-packed episode. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, alien, NPC. Get your ass in. We finna have them conversations this morning. So call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. Dorsey, you say it's early over there? I know it's early over there, Dorsey. It's like probably 4:30 in the morning where you're at. But we got an action-packed episode. Let's get into it, chat. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown on what we're gonna cover. I really want to see what happened with that Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels getting into it. They say Anton asked him to step outside. They say Anton asked him to step outside, chat. But we have a former U.S. Navy sailor sentenced to 200 months for spying on China. We're going to get into that. Also, we got Bill Clinton issuing a statement on why he will not be testifying before Congress regarding the Epstein files. His lawyer actually came out and said that the subpoena is unenforceable. The subpoena is unenforceable. Bill Clinton said, hey, man, we've told y'all before, put out all the Epstein shit, including the shit on me and my wife. If it's something to do with us and that Epstein shit, put it all out. Put everybody business out there, man. So it's looking like Bill Clinton might have pulled a Trump card, man. He might have pulled a Trump card. Also, we got James Fishback. He's running for governor against Byron Donalds down there in Florida. Down there in Florida. He's saying that all of the OnlyFans earners, man, if you down there on OnlyFans, whether it's a part-time, full-time, your side hustle, he want 50%, man. He want 50%. So if you're on OnlyFans, busting it open for that $7.99, $8.99, man, and you make about, let's say you make 15, 20,000, you know what I'm saying, 30, 40,000, right? He want half of this shit. So if you made 30,000, he want half of that, which is going to be 15. The platform is going to want they cut, so you're probably down to 12. Then you got some federal taxes, man. So James Fishback is basically telling all the OnlyFans models to take that shit back to Hollywood, man. Take that shit back to the West Coast is what James Fishback is saying, if he wins. Also, we got the heads of the central banks, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Denmark, and the Eurozone, South Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom have issued a highly unusual statement in support of Jerome Powell and the Fed. So the big dogs coming out to play, man. The central bank's not bullshitting. I went over their rapid response. The Department of War posted their rapid response page, posted the memos on the artificial intelligence strategy for the Department of War. I read over those and I don't know how to feel about it. Honestly, I really feel strongly. I understand that we need it. We need AI dominance, but the way that they're going about it is basically they're saying like we're treating this AI race like we're in wartime. We're cutting off all the red tape. If some people get fucked up or some shit get hurt, it kind of is what it is right now. We'll go back and fix that shit on the back end, man. Right now, time is of the essence. They're saying that they're gonna do a single accountable leadership. So I was, wondering like, okay, so if we're gonna let AI get free reign because they're bringing Grok and ChatGPT into the Department of War, they said after the updates come to the public, within that 30 days that the updates come to the public, they'll start using them inside of the Pentagon. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so if what's the damn chain of command? Y'all are just gonna let this shit go? But they're like, no, Hegseth is still over the Department of War, so there will be some accountability. But when it comes to implementing the AIs, they want to use small teams to implement the AI, and if something goes wrong, they'll have a single accountable leader. So we'll get into that as well. Also, Trump ended the Somali temporary protective status, kind of like he did with the Haitians as well, man. We're gonna get into that. Oh, Eric Adams, man. I seen Eric Adams in a clip. He told that woman, like, look, I'm not the mayor. You can go F yourself, man. I'm not the mayor no more. I'm not the mayor no more. You can go F yourself. I don't know what's going on with Eric Adams, man. They say he got indicted. Trump gave him a pardon. He stepped down from the damn mayor's race. Now he launched a meme coin to fight anti-Semitism. Rug pulled that bad boy. Pulled about 3.4 million out of the damn coin, allegedly. And now he's out here telling folks, look, I'm not the mayor no more. Go. I don't know, bro. Eric Adams is full mask off right now. Eric Adams is full mask off. Speaking of full mask off, Trump just told somebody, F you, and flipped them off over there at the Ford plant, man. Somebody called Trump a PDF protector, man. He was like, you, and flipped them off, man. All right. Also, we have Marco Rubio. And he posted, said on yesterday, they designated Lebanese, Egyptian, and Jordanian chapters of the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist group. It says, under President Trump's leadership, the United States will eliminate the capabilities and operations of Muslim Brotherhood chapters that threaten U.S. citizens. Also, Trump did a little gaggle out there in front of the plane. And they're saying, y'all know how they were saying the $7,000? Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that $7,000. Y'all know about this $7,000. Well, it's looking like ICE is doing something similar to that $7,000. Said ICE is allegedly spending about $8 million on deals with pro-ICE influencers. Allegedly. They're expecting about 5,000 applicants, and it'll be about $1,500. So about 5,000 people to get $1,500 to support ICE. It's looking like, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I hope everybody's having a great morning, whether you're just now waking up or on your way to work. We'll see what's going on. Who's gonna take that $1,500, man? Also, we got a man accused of stealing millions from women across Tennessee. Looks like a gigolo. So yeah, we'll get into that. But double tap the screen, shut a live out. Before we get into the news, we're gonna see what went on with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb getting into it right here, chat. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We're chasing 100 likes. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Good morning, everybody. I hope you will say it back. When I say good morning, you know we got this thing called Southern hospitality. We say that shit back over here, bro.
Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done. Who are you on?
What do you mean you got a serious question for me? What do you got? What's your serious question? You coming in here typing in all caps talking about you got a serious question for me. The shit better be important. I'm just going out. I'm not going to lie to you. I stop my show. You typing in all fucking caps talking about, hey, bro, I have a very, very important. What the fuck is it, bro? I just started my show. What the hell are you typing in all caps in my chat for? Like, damn, we got an email. If it's that important, you might want to send it to the email, big dog.
Under control by it ain't. You under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that woman?
I want to know who the. Hold on. Let's be real. That woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE
Detroit.
agents or whatever.
You in LA.
Okay, so they're arguing. So Anton's pretty much pro Trump administration. You know, he has his gripes with him, but I guess this guy Corey Holcomb is like, fuck all that. You over there kissing the ring, Anton, and I don't like that shit. So I guess this is where it started about getting pulled over to ICE. I don't know if they're talking about Ms. Renee Good or what's going on. You say you come from France in a black and Arab community. Well, in America, the black community, we don't spam all caps in people's chat, bro. Like, just take the all caps off, bro. Like, you can comment in my chat, but if you keep commenting in my chat in all caps, man, we're going to get you up out of here. I see you chatting. You're not gonna get a mod wrench today unless you pay $50 for it, or you can get a membership and your name will be in green. I promise you, I'll see it. I promise you, I'll see it, bro. You don't have to type in all caps.
I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people.
See, that's what one thing I don't like about niggas, bro. It's like, you call niggas out about something, then they list their accomplishments, and then you get a sarcastic reply. It's like the nigga just said, look, bro, I stayed in my city, bro. I didn't go out. I could have went to LA, Miami. I could have been a passport, bro, went out abroad. I'm making fucking money right now. I choose to stay in Detroit. I choose to give back to Detroit. I choose to employ people and empower people in Detroit. And the nigga gets a sarcastic remark, like a little, Hey, listen, Chad. If I give people 50 jobs, man, I don't need a clap. I don't need anything. I just know that we handling business, bro. Handling business. You employ 50 people, stayed in your city and give back to the community, the youth and everything, and then you see a nigga across from you just like sarcastically, yeah, good job, nigga. I don't know, bro. I don't like that shit, bro.
So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
Well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets.
You said you want me to explain the situation of the black community in the U.S. It's fucked up right now, but it's, you know, we trying to get it together. There's a lot of money flowing through the black community. There's a lot of black people doing really good things right now. There are a group of people called YNs. They're misguided. We're trying to guide the YNs. Then we have some GNs. Those are grown, and we're trying to guide them as well. So the state of the black community it's all right, man. If you want to know how black people have it in America, it's probably like a B plus right now. I'm just gonna be honest. It's probably a B plus, bro.
Where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I said?
This is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you got
people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I
Because
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal
I
white
hear you
women
talking about
literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single
Caucasian
day.
female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go
is?
against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I
what
say
the easy
them,
thing
I'm
is?
talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you ain't
since
been
you've been up
listening.
here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
don't
taking
have,
it.
you don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me
No.
wrong.
You too busy.
My
Because if
capacity,
that's the case,
that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they
Absolutely.
destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking
No,
loud,
you talking loud.
and you still
And
talking around.
what
What
you
did
trying
the
to do-
Caucasian male
what
do
you
to
trying to-
America
I'm not-
to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You
I'm not
dancing
getting into
around
that.
it.
No,
And
I'm
that's
not.
why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that.
See, that's the thing too. Like, I watch pretty much a lot of Anton's content. I'm not gonna lie. I watch Anton. I tap in with his shows and shit like that. I don't think he's kissing nobody ass. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. I don't think Anton's kissing no ass except his. I'm just gonna be totally honest. I don't think he's kissing no ass except Anton's ass. Anton full of himself, rightfully so. Sometimes I get full of myself, but I just don't see it. It's when people come into and try to dictate your content. Right now, Anton got a lot of motion. He's one of the top creators out here right now in this space. And Corey Holcomb looked like he's a little jealous, man. It looks like Corey Holcomb's trying to sway or push the direction of Anton's show and Anton's content, man. Even before saying, oh, you don't want to make your boss and stuff mad, when he knows that Anton builds his whole foundation on being your own boss, working for yourself, making your own hours. I think this might be a little jealousy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of
Will you
black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
See, ain't nobody
let me
gonna
tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
Ain't nobody
suck
gonna tell you.
dick.
Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
Chad, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Where's my lighter? They talking about he just told that man to his face that he be sucking a D, bro. I don't know, Chad. It might have been some furniture moving in there, bro. That's crazy. He just told that man to his face. This some shit you normally hear people yell at the iPhone screen and say on Instagram Live, but to his face, oh yeah, it might have been some furniture moving in there, bro.
Easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
See, ain't nobody
let me tell you something,
Ain't
homie.
nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
Ain't nobody
suck
gonna
dick.
tell you. Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you, I don't
Believe
do
me when
that.
I tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same
Let's
energy
switch
you
seats.
give me.
Let's
switch
switch
it.
seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay
nigga.
shit, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey, homie,
about.
I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put
You
no
switching
dick
seats
sucking
don't mean
shit.
to me.
Don't put no
I'm from
dick sucking
Detroit,
shit on me, nigga.
I'm from
Who is this? That's what I want to know. Who is this woman? Look at her. She's over there. She done threw all her hair to one side like she getting ready to break some shit up, man. Listen, lady. These two grown men, you need to stand up right now and step the hell back. That's what you need to. I know it's a couch over there or something. Go sit your ass on the couch and look around, man. Let these men do what they're going to do.
Detroit.
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I'm gonna
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're
We
not
good.
bossing up on me.
I'm not going to lie. That's Corey's platform, but the way he got an Anton face, man, I'm not going to lie. Anton, he told, say I took it again. I would have had to stand up right there, Chad. I would have had to go ahead and, set the microphone down like, look, bro. Look, bro, it is what it is, nigga. I said what I said. All this sitting down, yelling in each other's face, man, I don't know where the fuck they do that at, bro. I'm from the South. When people start getting loud, you see motherfuckers doing this, bro. You see chairs getting pushed back and motherfuckers standing up and shit. All this sitting down and shit, bro. Well, get your ass beat the fuck down, bro. Beat down and back up, man. I don't know. I would have stood up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I did already. I don't do dick
We can put
sucking
the
shit.
microphone right now and go on back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit
sucking
for the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton, listen, don't
I'ma let
disrespect
you
me like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you, but don't boss up.
Truth be told, said dude got mad because he said the truth. Guy's doing what's easy, saying what he knows his audience wants him to say. I think he's been kind of consistent on his views, whether that's what he actually believes or what his audience wants to say. That's what I don't get. Why don't y'all think that's what he truly believes? Because when you say that's what his audience wants him to say, that means that you believe he doesn't truly believe that. That's where we disagree. I think most of this shit Anton is saying, whether it's flawed thinking or whether it's correct thinking, I think he believes this shit. I think Anton really believes the shit that he says, man. As far as appealing to an audience, if y'all actually watch his live streams and shit, he talk about everybody, man. He does. He does talk about liberal white women a lot. He talks about niggas a lot, but he talks about people a lot, bro. Now, Corey Holcomb, I haven't really watched Corey Holcomb, so I can't tell y'all much about Corey Holcomb, other than like seeing him sitting like on round tables and shit like this. I haven't just watched much of Corey Holcomb.
Because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either, but I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it
Call this nigga out his name.
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get to be
I
respected.
got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this
because
my
I think
show.
That's
This
cool.
my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking.
Bruh, Take this shit to the parking lot, bro. It's got to be some contracts or something going on, man. Like, take this, man. Look, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know who will win this fight now. I don't know if Anton will get down on Corey, but like, it's too much testosterone in the room, man. It's too much air and opportunity outside, man. It's way too much air and opportunity outside for y'all to be spitting and yelling and calling each other dick suckers and cake ass niggas in each other's face, bro. It's too much air and opportunity. I don't know, Chad. I guess I'm just from the South. It's not this much talking in the fucking world in the South, bro. It is not this much talking.
Don't dick suck, my nigga. Man, fuck what you talking about. I don't dick suck. If you want to get back to the conversation, ain't no, cause you ain't gonna do shit. Cause you're not gonna do shit. Come at me with that dick sucking shit again, nigga. You're not gonna come at me with. See, I suck dick again, nigga. We can go out back right now. Fuck I am.
That's what I'm talking about. We can go outside right now, man. We ain't even gonna mess up your set and fuck up all your equipment and shit, nigga, cause you gonna sue me for it. We can go outside right now. That's what I'm talking about, Anton. Get your ass up, man. What's up, Corey? Is Corey gonna follow him out?
I'm with it. I bet you won't say that shit. We can go out back right now. I got money for all this. Whatever. I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Hey,
no, it's just not respect.
Oh my God, bruh. Niggas get to talk about fighting, and it always happens like this, bro. Motherfuckers get to talking about fighting, like what we gonna do, and here it come. Here come the money question. Here come the money. Anton rich, just like you rich, Corey. What the hell does money have to do with it? Oh, I got money for all. Do you got some hands, nigga? Do your hands work, nigga? Now, we ain't talking about money right now, bro. Do your hands work? Every time, bro, I don't know, bro.
I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you.
It's like, bro, you can't act tough no more. Like, you gotta act tough tomorrow, nigga. This nigga Anton came in your shit, told you to step outside. Yes, you got in his face. You got in his face, and you said, say it again, and he didn't say it again. But once it escalated to let's step outside, nigga, I don't know who this lady is, if that's the producer. I don't know who this lady is. But once it's, hey, let's step outside, nigga, and you decline, it ain't no more tough talk, bro. It's no more tough talk, bro. What is we even talking about, bro?
You not that tough.
Oh, the camera went out?
And I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said what he said, so I'm going to respect him on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, question: given that black people are on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
In what, today's time or historically?
No, sir. Historically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive or negative way. You can weaponize literally anything. Corporate America, for example. You can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people. You can use money to manipulate people, or you can use it to help people. And so you can't just say that Christianity itself is used. The Quran is used in a negative way in order to control people.
Absolutely.
So it depends on the person, and that's why we evaluate the person based off of evaluating them based off of Christianity itself. Because
right.
everybody that calls himself a Christian is not a Christian.
100%. So I agree that the teachings of Jesus are pure. However, in the hands of Caucasian white males,
that's not true, because I know some good Caucasian white men.
The teachings of Jesus.
And I know some bad Caucasian white men.
Okay,
right,
so
correct.
look, check this out. This is what Liz said something about dick sucking, brother. I apologize. Okay. Hey, bro, I appreciate that.
Now listen, Corey, I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you, Corey. Anton knew exactly what the fuck he meant when he said you was dick sucking. You want to give him an out, he wants to, take the out or whatever, but it's consensus, bro. It's consensus, man. Everybody knew what the fuck he meant when he said you be dick sucking, man. Everybody knew what he meant when he said you be dick sucking, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. the dick sucking escalated to let's go outside. What? I don't think you knew what you meant when you told me I be sucking dick. Yes, the fuck he did. I knew what he meant. My chat knew what he meant. Nigga, you knew what he meant.
I apologize.
I appreciate that because this ain't no show. The last thing I want to do is get into it with you physically, but I have a switch.
I do too. When I'm a man, just like
I
you.
respect your switch. I respect your switch.
you too.
Okay, good. I'm glad,
We
brother.
good.
It ain't no fake shit right here.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
We straight. I respect your switch, brother. And I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't know the way I was brought up. You can't step to men like that. So I'm not checking you. I'm just trying to let you know
We good.
that when we talk to each other a certain way, like if dick sucking is brought up, that's just like motherfucking pissing on my shoes. So I'm saying, like, I could get back straight. I could get back straight. When I shook your hand, it wasn't phony.
Listen, I get into it.
You said, what did he mean? He mean Corey was being a bitch ass nigga, dick sucking. Like he don't wanna hear the truth. He don't wanna hear the truth. All he wants to do is pander and just dick suck, be all sad and kiss people ass and shit. Anton on shit like, look, man. Told me he was a dick sucking, man. You doing all that dick sucking. Like, look, bro, I'm over here minding my business. I'm on your show, doing whatever. And now you want to get like when people come in here talking this shit and I be telling them to unhand my shit, let my nuts go. It's the same thing, bro.
With my homies, I get into it with my brothers. I don't have no sisters. I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving.
My mind is set up when people do things like throw I call it backdooria on my show. Mm-hmm. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying, like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey. I don't believe you, bro.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do. Absolutely.
Give me an example.
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't said nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on. Let me say this last part.
Go ahead, land.
But I get it because you don't know me. And I don't know you, so you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show, I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all hands up. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you...
All right, chat, live poll. Who was wrong in that interaction? Was Anton wrong or was Corey wrong, man? Who do y'all feel like was wrong in that interaction?
Is, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I could handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying, like, I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like, I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know what's gonna happen if it go bad. The house gonna get tore up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm just saying,
I feel you.
There's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that?
See, that's the difference. This is what Corey's not realizing. It don't matter what you say to your homies, whether you saying suck a dick or whether you saying fuck you, whether you saying bitch. It doesn't. It matters what you say, but it also matters how you say it. You could say, you're soft. But the way you say it, soft ass nigga, that's automatic fight. That everybody gonna get quiet then. It's about how you say it, man. You said some shit crazy, bro. It's not always what you say. Like our parents tell us, it's not always what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it, man. Doesn't know what people mean.
Yeah, because it's
Like I didn't know, chat. Now that I'm walking around, chat, everybody that calls me boss, I look at them crazy now. I look at them. Once I figured out people was using the word boss for sorry son of a bitch. Oh, I don't want nobody calling me that shit. No, I don't care if you black, white, dark, bright, Latino. Leave that boss shit alone, man. Call me a plug. Straight up, bro. That boss shit. See, they try to do it like, oh, good job, boss. Whole time they calling you a sorry son of a bitch, man. I don't like that shit.
like that's their homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man. That's all I'm saying.
Listen. That's what you where you at. So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother.
It's
I
simple as
don't,
that.
I don't want no drama.
As simple as
I
that.
swear I don't want no drama,
No,
man.
I'm with you.
My life is good.
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm
man.
with you.
Now, it seemed like they hashed it out for the time being, but it quickly turned left a little bit after that. Watch what happened next.
I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. And maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
All right, what does bless your heart mean? You said wait till he finds out what bless your heart means. What does it mean, Thomas? Don't come in here fucking playing this morning, Thomas. What does it mean? Y'all got all these acronyms and shit. What does it mean? What does bless your heart mean, Thomas Foster? Y'all got all these hidden meanings and shit. Put me on. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm on timing now, man. I'm on timing now. I already really don't talk in public like that. When I'm walking around in public, I got a look on my face like not fuck withable. Don't fuck with him, man. Straight up. So what the hell does that mean, man? What does bless your heart mean?
Maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was finna happen like that fast.
Oh, I knew that one. See, when y'all say bless your heart means you slow, see, I knew that one. It's about how you say, oh, bless your heart. You know, I knew that one. Okay, I knew that one.
Out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said.
You say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it
I
comes.
believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all
He's
why
talking
I like
about
the chat.
everything but himself
No.
and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out
he
to
ain't
the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to
and
the
he ain't
chat.
shit on
I'm
himself.
not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out to
shitted
the
on
chat.
black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To
Well,
your
be careful.
face. To
Be
your
careful.
face.
Be
Shout
careful.
out.
That's what I mean, Chad. That's what I mean. This shit gonna go on forever, bruh. He told you to suck a dick, or you dick sucking, then told you to go outside in your studio, in your city, in your state. Then you sitting there talking about he ain't shitting on these people. He said, I shitted on you in your face. Told you S&D and told you to let's take it outside. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Hold. You got hold. I'm just gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Court. You got hold, man. That's what we call it down here in the South, man. It happens, bro. I done seen many a niggas get hold in my life. today, Corey, you got hold. It's all right, man. What do they do? What's that movie, The Sandlot, where they put that big steak on his eye? They put that big steak on that boy eye, man. You just gotta put a little steak on your eye, Corey, and come back tomorrow, man, because you got hold, man. Anton holds. You're not gonna lie.
Shitting on me because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
He telling the truth. Corey checked him like, I feel like you talking shit again. Now, Anton.
To my face, but that shit
Corey,
lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
Trust me.
The tough talk? I got security, you got security.
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You
security
gotta
people.
hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie, you
just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like
He did.
I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face.
You didn't.
See, Chad, that's why I can't be doing these interviews and podcasts with these niggas, bro. I done turned down 2 interviews so far since we in January. I done turned down 2 interviews, man. But listen, if shit like this goes on, I gotta be a little more polished, you know what I'm saying? I understand that about myself because people will force me into saying some wild shit into a clip. I know I'm not ready yet. That's why I turned down a couple of these interviews, Chad, because seeing shit like this going on, man, they play those games, bro. I'm not with that shit, bro. Thank you, Tracy.
You don't accept the apology because you still
talking about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easily offended?
You still talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. You gone.
I'm about to jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass to... Hey.
Ooh! What? Get your what? What? Oh my God.
About myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. You gone.
I'm about to jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass to... Hey, homie. All right, I'm out. Get your bitch...
See, Chad, this is what you call street chess for image right here. They both know that they're probably 99.9% not about the fight. So it's all about who looks better in the end. Corey has gotten in Anton's face, yelled at him, said, say that shit again. Anton told Corey that he been S&D and then called him outside. Corey started talking about some money and shit. I guess because Anton got real security and Corey got the homies. Anton stands up over this man getting ready to leave. Like, nigga, I'm getting ready to leave, but I'm still... That's why I told y'all at the beginning. When shit like this goes on, I stand up immediately. I'm not letting nobody stand up over me like that, bruh. It's over with, man. I'm standing up instantly. It's probably about to go down in this bit. That's just how it is in the South. All of this, I know this is professional and all of this, but this a lot of damn talking. Now, on the way out, Anton's standing over Corey. Corey called him a bitch ass nigga and tell him to get your bitch ass up out of here. Now, Corey's gonna say, look, nigga, I told you to get your bitch ass on and a bitch ass nigga while you was standing up over me, nigga, and you ain't do nothing. Anton, like, I mean, see, this is all image, bro. Right now, they know they not about to fight, so they all fight. They're fighting for the best, you know. I guess footy, you know, the way the story is gonna be played, man.
Hands the fuck on and walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
That's his wife? Did Corey just expose Anton for cheating? I know he not calling Anton wife a bitch like that, bruh. I just know he not talking about his wife. He gotta be talking about an assistant or something, bruh. I just know he not talking about his wife like that, bruh. What? And y'all saying, no, that's not his wife, then who the fuck is it? Who the fuck is it? There's no way Corey Holcomb just threw salt in the game like that, bruh. There is no way he dirty macking like that. It's no way he's dirty macking like that. I can't even... Anton, you said you wanted to come in person. So if that is the situation, you walked your damn self into it. What?
Hypocritical. Homie, just gone, man. You just gone, man. You gone. I'm about to jail. You done did this before. Get your bitch ass to... Hey, homie. All right, I'm out. Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there.
Oh, you said apparently a co-host, he took to L.A. with him to promote his show? Okay. That sound about right. Okay. He got some businesses. All right. I was finna say, Corey, that was some crazy, bro. That was crazy, bro.
Bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
But you see, the way Corey putting it is, even if that was a co-host or something, he's putting it to where, like, look, man, to the public it might be your co-host, but in private, you know what I mean? Corey, man, what are you trying to do here, my boy? What is Corey trying to do here? This shit is crazy. Oh, because Anton called him a hypocrite. He said all of that shit after Anton called him a hypocrite, bruh. What? Anton called him a hypocrite, and he get to talking about go over there with your bitch, knowing this man married, bruh. Is that the play that I just seen? See, chat, this is what I'm telling y'all. I be turning this shit down, bro. Motherfuckers be dirty macking, bro. Motherfuckers be trying to make you look so compromised, bro. What?
And then you act like it was all good.
I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected
but you still
me
triggered
in my
by it
face.
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easily offended?
We just talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches.
It sound like I'm arguing with a bitch. I be around bitches.
They tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man.
That's what started it, bro. I proved the point. He said, see, I be around bitches, and these bitches be trying to tell me about myself. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. That one cut. That one cut deep. Then he stood up over him. He was like, "Be gone. This shit ain't gonna hurt no feelings." Anton said, "You're hypocritical." Yeah, he said it twice. And if you look at Corey's face, he like, "Nigga, what hypocrite? Nigga, who's a hypocrite? Nigga." I don't know, Chad, man. This shit is crazy, bruh.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. Just gone.
That he wasn't trying to say it when you talking about y'all give me black fatigue. Get the fuck out there, son. There ain't nobody ask you to come in this bitch and get black fatigue. Get the fuck on, man. Enjoy your day. Bye. Anyways, like I was saying, chat, he tried to spare him. He was debating when he was like, man, just gone, man. Just gone, man. Like after Anton called him a hypocrite, you see Corey's whole face change. Like he's like, nigga, really? What? That's when black people are trying to spare. Corey thinking right now, like, am I finna air this shit out or am I gonna be a hoe ass nigga? He's thinking the whole time, like, man, I'm finna get ready to do some hoe ass shit, bro. Like he knew damn well he didn't have no business saying what the fuck he was finna say after that, man. He was debating. At that time that he's waving them off and shit, it's running through his head now, like, am I really finna say this shit, man? Or am I gonna be a hoe ass nigga? And then it just clicked. He was like, fuck it. And he blurted it out, man. This shit is crazy.
Offended.
You still talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man. Just gone.
I'm about to jail.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass to... Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard, cause the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door.
I got shit to do, man. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. So Anton probably like, come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. Bring your bitch ass outside. And then Corey like, look, man, I got the last word. Called you a bitch on the way out. That told you and the bitch you brought over here, man, I don't know you. Hell nah, she can't get on the show. Explain the bitch. He's saying explain the bitch. So he's still pushing this narrative. Y'all know what narrative I'm talking about. Corey's still pushing this narrative. When you say some shit like, I don't know how it goes in y'all community, but when people come around my community and they be like, explain the bitch, it's some shit going on. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. Or they think it's some shit going on. You don't just say explain the bitch. What?
I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easily offended?
You still talking about me? It sounds like I'm arguing with
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my...
Hey, hold on, chat. Y'all don't let we don't even know who the hell Johnny Boy is, man. Y'all letting Johnny Boy come in this motherfucker and run a damn live chat, man. What's wrong with y'all? And Lala, you involved, and Dorsey, you involved. Man, how the hell y'all go let Lil John come in this motherfucker and run a live damn poll in my chat, bro? Where is the damn structure in this bitch? I'm just gonna be honest, man. Y'all let this nigga John off the entry, man. He ain't even bought a ticket, man. He came in, kicked his shoes off at the barbecue and started running polls and shit. And y'all just went with it. It's crazy. Okay, Johnny Boy say I'm here all the time. All right, Johnny Boy, you here all the time, man. All right, Johnny Boy wants a poll, man. Who won this argument, man? And press 1 for Anton, press 2 for Corey, man. Press 1. I'm just talking shit, Johnny. It ain't no offense. I'm just talking shit. Press 1. All right, man. Look, Anonymous, what the hell is you talking about? Don't come in here cross-promoting on this motherfucker, Anonymous. What's wrong with you, Anonymous? We finna get into the news after this, but you gotta go come in here cross-promoting, Anonymous. We don't know who the hell that is. That's crazy, Anonymous. I expected so much better from you, Anonymous. All right, but we finna listen to this, man. After y'all get done with the poll, then we gonna get into the news chat.
Offended. We
You
got
still
to
talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing with
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point.
Hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man.
You
Just
hypocritical,
gone,
bro.
man.
You
Just gone.
hypocrite. I'm not the jet.
You done did this before.
He's
Get your
hypocritical,
bitch ass the
and
Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to, cake ass nigga. And go get you a bodyguard, cause the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door.
All right, man. That's enough of that, man. That's enough of that. All right, man. We have been on that shit for an hour. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Let's move on, man. It's early in the morning. Let's get to the news, chat. Y'all double tap the screen, shut the live out for me. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Let's get to 100 likes right quick. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free, or you can go to the top 3 dots. It's like, subscribe, man. 25 subscribers away. Let's get into the news. This is the exiled Crown Prince claims the regime has killed more protesters than the 9/11 death toll. And the guy called in the other day and asked me where I got my news from, and I was saying the reports were coming in through X, and also the other news source like CBS, but they're coming in CBS right now. Some people are saying anywhere up to 20,000 of these protesters are dead. I believe they're set to be hanged today. A lot of them are set to be hanged today, like 10,000. I think they got 10,000 arrested. That's gonna be a lot of people hung, man. I'm just gonna lie. If they are set to hang 10,000 people, bro, that's gonna be a lot of people, and they saying publicly.
Riots, arson attacks on public and private property, and above all, terrorism. Shooting at civilians, firing on armed forces and police are things no country would tolerate. I hope that some countries that have taken very misguided positions will pay attention to the realities on the ground.
Look, one death is too much, but I hear much lower numbers and then I hear much higher numbers, but I say save their names because they'll pay a very big price.
Well, joining me now is exiled Iranian Crown Prince, His Royal Highness Reza Pahlavi. Your Royal Highness, thanks for being here.
So I see a lot of y'all are saying that this is propaganda and that they're pushing this regime change to benefit certain individuals. So how do y'all feel about this guy, the exiled Crown Prince, man? How do y'all feel about this exiled Crown Prince, man? What do you mean take out all Fox? They aren't allowed. Man, listen, I watch what the fuck I want to watch over here. If I want to watch Fox, MSNBC, MS Now, Sky News, Plugsation, if I want to watch Piers Morgan, man, listen, the only shit we not watching over here is Tucker Carlson and Jubilee, because they ass always want to cut the live down, man. And if they wasn't cutting the live down, we'd be watching that shit too. Listen, we kick it over here.
You are in contact with people on the ground inside Iran?
As much as possible in the last 72 hours. As you know, it's been very difficult to access people, but every now and then information gets to us. I was able the night before last to have a FaceTime moment with a few.
Man goes, you said, do we know the history about this? I'm not as well versed in the history of this as Top Cat and some of the other people that call in. We do have a couple historians in the Discord, and they're real familiar with all of these past conflicts. But if I'm familiar with the history of this, not so much as Top Cat. Top Cat and Dorsey. Dorsey's really familiar with a lot of this stuff too. And who else? There's one guy that calls in. Damn, what's the guy's name? Damn, I can't think of his name, but he's really familiar with it as well.
Few of the people who came right off the street to tell us how the situation was on the ground. I mean, awe and admiration in the courage that they have displayed. But the sad news is that we have had more casualties in the last 2 days, 4 times the number of people who were dead as a result of the 9/11 terrorist attack.
What's up,
We're
XX?
trying to get our head around that. What is the number?
About 12,000 plus.
12,000 plus.
That's what we get so far. It might be more, but that's the minimum number that we know so far have been
Killed by the regime. This is not arrested.
I mean,
this is
we
killed.
are talking about using military weapons, AK-47s, armored trucks to shoot to kill unarmed protesters. Their bodies are being picked up by bulldozers, and they charge each family for the bullet to be able to just retrieve the remains. It's abhorrent what's happening.
Obviously, we have no way to verify that independently. We've had reports of 3,000, 4,000 plus. The president's talked about thousands. And he said...
This man said they coming through with bulldozers, bro. Bulldozers, man.
That it's crossing this red line, and he's going to make a decision. You've been on record before opposing U.S. military intervention in Iran. Are your views different today?
Brett, when you have civilians being murdered, massacred in a war that is waged against them by their own government, when the regime orders troops to fire on unarmed crowds, defenseless people, the only way they have a chance to have an equal playing field to overcome this regime is when they cannot neutralize this repressive force. Some additional help is needed. I don't look this as an aggression to a country. I'm talking about helping a nation liberate itself by giving them assistance that cannot otherwise obtain on their own. That's why it's critical and empowering, but the message of strength says we are not going to stand for this and will not turn our back on these people. What the president said was so energizing, and it caught like wildfire, and people are going back to the streets to continue the fight.
You had a meeting with the peace envoy, Steve Witkoff, over the weekend. Is that correct?
But I'm not going to discuss the people.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This Steve Witkoff dude got some motion, bro. I mean, some real motion, man. They're sending Steve Witkoff over there, man, to get the damn job done, bro.
Out of respect for the administration, these are sensitive moments. But what I can
What's
tell
up,
you is
Jocelyn?
that what the president has said has been extremely energizing to the people. The Iranian people count on this president to follow through on his promise that he made, and this is something that will keep them hopeful that this time they're not going to be thrown under the bus as they have before.
So getting from point A, where we are, to point B, if the regime, as some people suggest, collapses and the protesters have this moment, what is the model for success? What is the country that you have in mind?
Right, what the fuck is y'all gonna do?
The protesters have in mind the model for success.
The only way that we can have the ability as a nation to determine our own future is within a democratic process of free election, the formation of a constitutional assembly, where the future form of a democratic secular system can be debated and determine what its final form could be. So in the process of transition post-collapse, we have to have a plan of action, which we do. I have a comprehensive plan that addresses what needs to happen during that transition, how are we going to manage that process, what is the responsibility of an interim government to set the stage for that, and at the end, let the Iranian people, in complete transparency, debate what it is that ultimately they would like to opt for.
But you yourself haven't been there since 1978, is that correct?
Thank you, Jocelyn.
1978 was when I left Iran for the last time.
Is there a team on the ground? Are there people? You don't have an army. How does this happen?
It's a combination of people who are inside Iran right now that are members of civil society, they are lawyers.
What's up, Calm? He hasn't been back since 1978, bro. Bro, I wasn't even a thought of in 1978, bro. He hasn't been back since 19. I wasn't even a damn a thought, bro. In 78, my moms and pops was probably, you know what I'm saying, on some whole other shit. And he hasn't been back home since 19. Exiled. Banished. Dude, crazy, bro. Like, this is some shit out of a damn book, man, that I used to read growing up. Like, just books, man. And you get exiled, man. Banishment, man. And now he's trying to return back to his homeland, man. It's what? Thank you, Jocelyn, for the gifted membership. Jason, you just got a gifted membership. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. You said, why do I watch Fox News? Bruh, this is the exiled crown prince. I don't give a damn if he was speaking on Fox News, MSNBC, CBS, bruh. When I pulled up the clip and it said he was speaking, I wanted to hear what the hell he had to say. Just so happens he's on Fox right now, man.
Experts, economists, university people. We're talking about a very strong polity that despite this regime have been able to survive all these years, and they need to step in to fill the void. A lot of people are ready to step in. There's a counterpart outside that in sort of hybrid system can help one another in that process. And I think the important thing is to be able to protect their identities to the very end so they're not prematurely exposed, which is why it's not so obvious that we can ask them to, show up and not be immediately endangered. So we have to be very...
So y'all say America wants him back in office. So do y'all think they're actually going to have an election over there? If they're trying to bring democracy over there, are they going to have an election, or the election going to be rigged? Or will it be too big to rig? How is this going to go?
About that, but we are...
Because we seen that Nepal, I haven't checked in on Nepal. Has anybody checked in on Nepal? And is their leader, their interim leader, they voted that lady in. She's the first leader of Nepal to be a woman, and they voted her in through Discord. And there wasn't a lot of people in that Discord that voted her in. They voted her in as the interim, I don't know if it's prime, whatever it is, president, I don't know, whatever it is in Nepal. Is she still there? Is she still there, Chad? Is she still running the country?
Constantly in dialogue with them, preparing that transfer. So as soon as this regime collapses, we can immediately engage those forces within and constitute all the elements that will contribute to
I know you had some meetings on Capitol Hill. Were those positive? Did you get good sense from the lawmakers?
I think that many lawmakers on the Hill, regardless of which party they represent, understand.
So if he's been gone since 1978, how fucking old was he when he left? Was he a little boy when he left? Was he like 20? How old was this guy when he left in 78, bro? I'm just gonna be honest with you. How old was you when you left? Were you a little boy? This is definitely like a damn book that we would read in school. If he was a little boy when they were exiled and banished and shit, now he's coming back to reclaim the throne. All these fucking years later, like what?
How critical it is, especially if you want to promote liberty and democracy, that Western democracies, the U.S. at the top of the list, have a crucial role to play to support the freedom-seeking nations. And I think they understand that beyond just word of encouragement or condemnation, we have reached a point where some action is needed. Regardless of what the executive branch wants to do, the legislative side has to be in support of anything that can empower a nation, because at the end of the day, it's about empowerment. It's about giving a nation. And we've seen that before. How did apartheid come to an end? Right. How did the Soviet Union collapse?
But we also saw it in the Green Revolution, which didn't develop. And
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. He ain't even been over there, bro. Like, if he was a little boy when he left, if he was a little boy when he left, and now y'all want him to come back and rule some shit, like, he was a little boy when he left. Like, I don't know, bro. That's like me having to leave my home state when I'm like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 years old. Then I come back and I just want to run some shit. Come back as damn governor. Appointed governor. What? I don't know what the hell is going on over there. You don't know about the roads, the infrastructure, nothing, man. Nothing. You ain't been there in damn 50 years. What?
There was criticism that we as the U.S. didn't do enough to help on the ground. 2009.
It is true.
Do you think this is the tipping point?
It is very different.
Is the moment.
It is very different, Brett, because
he was a young man. Okay. What do y'all mean by young man? Was he like a late teen? Was he 20?
The demand now is not just economic hardship or shortcomings or lack of liberalization. We have come to the point where people are just fed up with this regime. They are saying death to the dictator. They want to liberate themselves. And their demand for freedom is met with the most brutal reaction by a regime that is waging war on its own citizens. How else can we liberate ourselves when this...
Bro, I'm not fucking Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. Oh, y'all say he was 2022? Okay. So he knew what was going on. He grew up there. Okay. That's a little different than me in like 4 or 5.
Degree of pressure without having, at some point, an element of backing and support from free nations that stand on the right side of history. Do not throw us under the bus by trying to negotiate or appease a regime that for 47 years has brutalized our nation.
Well, it's interesting to hear the president talk.
That's crazy, bro. Motherfucker come in here and put all kind of labels on me. Yeah, it'd be every damn. I don't know, bro. All right, well, we're gonna get into this as well. This is Bill Clinton. They refused to testify. We're expecting Hillary not to show up today either. They released a joint statement together yesterday. We'll read over that after we watch this clip, the joint statement. But also their lawyer came out and said that the subpoena is unenforceable, so they will not be testifying before Congress, and there ain't a damn thing that anyone can do about it. So we'll see how this plays out.
Show up tomorrow, we'll see what happens there. But with respect to the former president, he did not show up today. We will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress.
Contempt proceedings against a former president. Now, Bill Clinton was scheduled to sit down with the House Oversight Committee today as part of its Jeffrey Epstein investigation. That's certainly what the committee wanted. CNN's Annie Greer is on Capitol Hill. Annie, this is an extraordinary moment that I'm sure will lead to several more extraordinary moments in the coming week or two. But what we just saw from the chairman is precisely what was predicted in a very lengthy, very hot statement that the former president and his wife, the former Secretary of State and First Lady, just released a letter to James Comer. Explain.
So, Dana, what we're headed towards next is potentially lengthy and even unprecedented legal battle now that Comer has announced that he's going to move forward with contempt proceedings against both Bill and Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary has one more option for her deposition date tomorrow, but from the letter that Bill and Hillary Clinton sent to Comer directly this morning, they lay out exactly why they are not planning to appear for their depositions. And this is after months of back and forth, Dana, between
I have it right here, the statement that the Clintons released right here. Let's get into it. It says, this is from Bill Clinton on his X page. It says, Chairman Comer, we want to take a moment, given everything, to address you directly. This past year has seen our government engage in unprecedented acts, including against our own citizens. People have been seized by mass federal agents from their homes, their workplaces, the streets of their communities. Students and activists with visas permitted them to study and work here have been deported without due process. The people who laid siege to the U.S. Capitol have been pardoned and called heroes. Agencies vital to the country's national security have been dismantled. Universities, media companies, and law firms have been subjected to the threats to their funding, access, and licensing unless they make concessions and surrender their right to constitutionally protected free speech. American troops have been deployed on the streets of our own towns and cities. The Justice Department has been used as a weapon at the direction of the president to pursue political opponents. And most recently and searingly, an ICE agent unalived an unarmed mother only days ago. Every person has to decide when they have seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country, its principles, and its people, no matter the consequences. For us, now is that time. We are lucky by virtue of the positions we held and the protections afforded by them, but we are not blind. Every day we see the country we have dedicated our lives to improving take a step after step backwards. As chairman of this powerful congressional committee, you have immense power to target anyone and subject them to closed-door interrogation and more. The decisions you have made and the priorities you have set as chairman regarding the Epstein investigation have prevented progress in discovering the fact about the government's role. The facts speaks for themselves. You subpoenaed 8 people in addition to us. You dismissed 7 of those 8 without any of them saying a single word to you. You made no attempt to force them to appear. In fact, since you started your investigation last year, you've interviewed a total of 2 people. 2. A legal analysis prepared by 2 law firms and provided to you yesterday make clear your subpoenas are legally invalid. You claim your subpoenas are inviolate when they are used against us, yet were silent when sitting president took the same position. As a former president, barely more than 3 years ago, we called on you to release that analysis to the public and to allow them to see how this is yet another example of the casual disregard of the law of the land. All the while, you have done nothing with your oversight capacity to force the Department of Justice to follow the law and release all its Epstein files, including material regarding us, as we have publicly called for. Over the last year, the House, extending health care for Americans in any state, succeeded only because enough Republicans joined with the Democrats. The fact that the public and we are seeing any of the Department of Justice's Epstein files is only because 4 Republicans out of the 220 joined every Democrat to meet the minimum number of members to force a vote. You are not one of those 4. Even now, despite the Department of Justice failure to follow the law the Congress passed, you have chosen not to consider subpoenaing with the sitting Attorney General to follow the law. Despite everything that needs to be done to help our country, you are on the cusp of bringing Congress to a halt to pursue a rarely used process literally designed to result in our imprisonment. Damn, they saying straight up this shit is designed to result in their imprisonment. Damn, my camera died. Hold on, chat. Damn, they saying this shit is designed for their imprisonment. Do y'all think they're going to jail, chat? First one, if y'all think they're going to jail. Hold on. I'm going to finish reading this right here. Let me finish reading that statement. It says, despite everything that needs to be done to help our country, you are on the cusp of bringing Congress to a halt to pursue a rarely used process literally designed to result in our imprisonment. This is not the way of America's ills. We will forcefully defend ourselves. Indeed, bringing the Republicans' cruel agenda to a standstill while you work harder to pass contempt charges against us than you have done on your investigation this past year would be our contribution to fighting the madness. We have tried to give you the little information we have. We've done so because Mr. Epstein's crimes were horrific. If the government didn't do all it could to investigate and prosecute these crimes for whatever reason, that should be the focus of your work, to learn why and to prevent it from happening ever again. There is no evidence that you are doing so. Instead, you have forced the victims to relive their painful experiences while doing little to give them and anybody else what's deserved, truth and justice. There's no plausible explanation for what you're doing other than partisan policies. You accept the least from those who know the most, but demand the most from those who know the least. To say you can't complete your work without speaking to us is simply bizarre. You have asked what we know. To answer your inquiry, we're providing you with the same or more than 7 of the other 8 individuals you subpoenaed regarding the handling of the Epstein investigation and prosecutions, which may be why you have not publicly released their written statements. We expect you will say it is not enough. We'll expect you to reject it. You may even set out an empty chair or stand in front of the cameras and outright dismiss what we have provided. We expect you will direct your committee to seek to hold us in contempt. You may even release irrelevant, decades-old photos that you hope will embarrass us. You will say your caucus and the speaker and president are behind you 100%. We hope, perhaps in vain, that they will not allow you to single-handedly hijack the Congress by unilaterally making this decision for your colleagues, your party, and our country. You will say it is not our decision to make, but we have made it. Now make yours. We are prepared to make our case to your 45 committee members, and if need be, more. Importantly, we will also defend ourselves in the public arena and ensure this country knows exactly what you are doing and why you are doing so, instead of helping the American people who need this Congress work and protection. For most people, maybe even the bulk of Congress, today will be the first when they learn of the dispute. We are confident that any reasonable person in our Congress will see, based on everything we release, that we are doing so, that what you are doing is trying to punish those who you see as your enemies and protect those you think are your friends. Continue to mislead Americans about what truly is at stake, and you will learn that Americans are better at finding the truth than you are at burying it. Continue to pursue auto pens instead of penning laws Americans need, and you will learn that you are signing away any remaining chance of being on the right side of history. Continue to abet the dismantling of America, and you will learn that it takes more than a wrecking ball to demolish what Americans have built over 250 years. Sincerely, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. All right, Chad, that's their statement. Let's get back into the video, man. That's their statement. Let me get my camera back up. Chad. All right, we're going to get back into the video right quick. That's crazy.
The Clintons' legal attorneys and the Oversight Committee, where the Clintons have maintained that these subpoenas are not valid, that they are willing to provide written testimony, and that the committee has even granted this option of written testimony to at least 7 of the other witnesses that they've subpoenaed in this investigation. So why not grant them to the Clintons here? And in this letter that you mentioned that Bill and Hillary Clinton wrote to Comer, I want to read for you a piece of it that just shows the stakes that both the former president and First Lady and Secretary of State understand here. They say, quote, "Every person has to decide when they have seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country, its principles, and its people, no matter the consequences. For us, now is that time." Now, Comer maintains he still has a lot of questions for the Clintons. He wants to know about Epstein's relationship with them, but Bill Clinton has never been accused of any wrongdoing, and we are now going to see how far House Republicans are going to take this.
Yeah, we sure will. Thank you so much.
I thought Bill got some
Back here
head.
at the table, Bill Clinton, the former president, and the former First Lady and Secretary
Smoked
of
a
State,
little weed.
also, in addition to that letter, sent declarations of what they do and do not know to the chairman. So much in this letter, because it's pretty long. You accepted the least from those who know the most.
Good morning,
The
Lori.
most from those who know the least. To stay, you can't complete your work without speaking to us is simply bizarre. And then, just as Annie was saying, the rallying cry that they have written in this to Democrats and to Americans who they know want to see their leaders fight. They're clearly providing a roadmap and
See, y'all see how the chat do with me, man. That's why I tell y'all I watch what the fuck I want to watch. We just had somebody come in here talking about, oh, Fox isn't real news. Why are you watching Fox News? Now we got Sean talking about Communist News Network because it's CNN. It's like, listen, man, the country is so divided and so split. That's why we watch all of them, man. We watch all of them and make our own informed decision. You know, a lot of times, that's just what the hell we do. It is what it is.
place to rally behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting decision. We obviously saw when we did get some Epstein files last month, the White House, the Justice Department made very clear they want to focus on the Clintons. That was a big part of the first initial release. We can expect now the House to try and continue this moving forward. I think that was really the point of all of this.
Republicans on the House Oversight Committee point out that
Yeah, no, I don't think the Clintons just put out talking points for the useful idiots. I think the Clintons just told them it ain't shit y'all can do, man. We want y'all to release it all. Like, if Bill and Hillary, remember what they said, that they're not doing good. I think they both been in and out of the hospital a little bit. We seen Bill sit down with Gavin Newsom, and he wasn't looking too hot when he sat down with Gavin Newsom. I think that they're on some shit like, look, man, it's either put all of this shit out or don't put none of it out. And we know that y'all aren't going to put all of it out. That's their ace in the hole, man. That's the ace of spades that Bill and Hillary is pulling right now. It's like, look, yes, We're in that motherfucker, but we're damn near at the last leg, man. We're almost at the final stretch here. So don't try to push this shit off on us when we're on the final stretch and just try to bury it with us. No, put all of that shit out so this shit can continue to go on forever, man. So everybody, put all that shit out.
Vote to subpoena Clinton and his wife Hillary, the former Secretary of State, was bipartisan.
What's up, How High? Thank you.
So no one's accusing Bill Clinton of anything.
You said you hope they paying me. Well, they not paying me shit. Donate to the fucking channel, bro. You see the cash app right there, bro. You mean you hope they pay? They not paying me shit, man. My YouTube check, I'm fucked up right now. How High? Donate to the damn channel. What are you talking about?
Wrong. We just
What?
have questions, and that's why the Democrats voted along with Republicans to subpoena Bill Clinton. This is the amount of preparation that went into this deposition today. These were the questions that we were prepared to ask. We've communicated with President Clinton's legal team for months now, giving them opportunity after opportunity.
Hillary Clinton's deposition is set for
Good morning,
tomorrow,
Bon Bon.
but she won't be appearing either. In a letter to Committee Chair Comer explaining their no-shows, the Clintons' lawyer says, quote, subpoenas themselves are nothing more than a ploy to attempt to embarrass political rivals, as President Trump has directed. Let's turn now to CNN senior legal analyst Ellie Honig, a former federal prosecutor. All right, Ellie, the Clintons' argument here that the subpoenas are not related to a valid legislative purpose. What do you make of that?
Well, here's the problem, Brianna. The Clintons have taken a risk in the way they've gone about this. They could have gone to court weeks ago when they received these subpoenas.
They said Hillary was a lawyer long before she was a politician, man. So they expected them to pull this and not have to show up, man. They say Hillary was a lawyer, man. People forget that Hillary was a lawyer.
And made precisely that argument. And maybe they will go to court in the future, and maybe they will win. But as we sit here right now, what we have is a valid subpoena from Congress that says you are to appear on today's date. We have Bill Clinton no showing, and we do not have a court order saying this subpoena is invalid. Now,
all right, Lance, have a good day, Lance.
Here, if Congress does pursue contempt, is Bill Clinton will then go into courts and challenge the subpoena. But by waiting to do that, he's taking the risk of being held in contempt first.
So they also say they're willing to certify their draft declarations. That is what the statement from the lawyer says. They say that there are other subpoenaed witnesses who have not had to appear in person. What do you make of that? I mean, are those...
You talking about Monica Lewinsky knew about Bill and Epstein, subpoena Monica Lewinsky. Man, look, Monica Lewinsky, man, she famous for giving that head, man, allegedly. And just leave her alone, man. Y'all think... Okay, we're going to ask the chat. Chat, should Monica Lewinsky be subpoenaed, man? Yes or no, chat? Should they subpoena Monica Lewinsky, man, if they could? We know they can't, probably. But should they subpoena Monica Lewinsky?
Is facing different circumstances than the Clintons.
She gave Bill a little head. Now she in front of Congress, man, talking about Epstein.
Yeah, all of those are fair points, and the Clintons' core argument is that this subpoena does not have a valid legislative purpose. Congress is saying, well, we need to hear from the Clintons because we're considering new legislation having to do with sex trafficking, and the Clintons are arguing that that's not a valid purpose. There's no connection between what the Clintons might know about Jeffrey Epstein and some sort of future legislation. The point, though, is in the end, it's up to Congress how they want to treat witnesses. Sometimes, if you're a member of Congress, you accept written declarations. Sometimes you accept behind closed doors depositions, and sometimes you insist on public testimony. Congress really...
That's what I'm saying, Chad. Y'all sitting here saying she had never lived that down. Like, I don't think Monica Lewinsky was married. Was Monica Lewinsky married at the time? I don't think she was married. Now, we're not going to sit in here. It's 300 people in the chat. It's a lot of women in the chat, man. I'm just going to be all the way honest, man. A lot of y'all would have sucked Bill off too, bro. I'm just gonna be too honest with y'all this morning, man. A lot of my viewers, a lot of people out here judging Monica Lewinsky, man, they would have sucked Bill off too. I'm just gonna be all the way out. It's the president, man. Get a little chance to suck the president off, man. Get favor forever, man. A lot of y'all would have sucked Bill off too, man. Let's be honest.
Has the power there. So if Clinton's legal team is able to get together with Congress and work out some sort of mid-ground, some sort of agreement and arrangement, then they can go with that. But ultimately, the Clintons are not the ones in the power position here. Congress is the ones with the subpoena power, and Republicans control Congress. And as you noted earlier, this was a unanimous, not just bipartisan, but unanimous vote to to subpoena the Clintons.
So where does this go from here? If Congress can pursue a contempt of Congress proceeding here, what happens?
So Congress now has an important strategic decision to make. If they choose to go to contempt first, which seems like they're going to do, they do run the risk that the Clintons then go to court and get a ruling that the subpoenas were invalid. If that happens, it undercuts, probably ends any contempt. The other alternative is Congress can wait till this plays out in the court, and if Congress wins, if the subpoena is deemed to be valid and the Clintons still do not comply, then they can go seek contempt. But important to know, if and when Congress does issue contempt, the next step is the case then goes over to the Justice Department, which has the ability at that point to bring criminal contempt.
Right back to the damn DOJ, bro. Oh my gosh, we know what the DOJ gonna do. We gonna have to see, bro. It's gonna be a long, drawn out process because the DOJ is gonna hold on to it for a while. I still don't think anything comes of it, man.
Charges. That's been done in the last administration. We saw criminal contempt charges against Roger Stone and others. Peter Navarro went to jail because of that. So that is an option. I know it's an extreme option, but the way this works is Congress finds in contempt first, then it gets referred over to DOJ, and it'll ultimately be Pam Bondi's call whether she wants to pursue criminal contempt if we get to that point.
It's important, Ellie, to note that they've not accused Bill Clinton of wrongdoing at this point, right? But as we saw the release of a lot of Epstein documents, we also saw photos.
I just want to know about that picture, bro. I'm just going to be honest, bro. I want to know why they had you in the blue dress and the red heels, big dog. I'm just going to be honest with you. I want to know why they had you in the blue dress, the red heels, and what the hell was going on.
Photos that included
27
Bill
times
Clinton,
they said,
including
man.
some where
They tried to say you was on that plane 27 times, man. I just want to know, man, what was going on. 27 times, then the blue dress, red heels, portrait, man, that shit was a little crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what freaky deaky shit was going on, man.
he is in photos with a woman in at least two cases where their face is redacted, raising questions.
Man, I want to know what kind of damn shirt that is Bill Clinton got on right there, bro. Like, what? Is that a silk shirt, Chad?
If he's in a photo with a woman who is a known or possible victim, right?
You said this mod is like an anti-mod. You talking about Dorsey, Fred is back. Are you talking about Fred is back? Or who you talking about is the anti-mod?
Sort of challenges, I think, what we knew, at least publicly, coming from his spokesperson. So what kind of information members of Congress want to know from Bill Clinton with that in mind?
Well, I think that's precisely what's animating this dispute here. It is important to note there's a certain stigma to getting a subpoena. A subpoena does not necessarily mean anyone did anything wrong. Witnesses get subpoenas because they have relevant information. But let's be real. If Bill Clinton is to appear for a deposition, I promise you members of that committee, Republicans, are going to slide those very photos in front of Bill Clinton and demand specifics about what he was doing there, who else is in those photos, why he was there. So I don't think the Clintons are under any illusion that that's not going to happen. And I would speculate that that's exactly why they're fighting against this so far. If they were just bystanders on a corner and witnessed a traffic accident, I don't think they would have any resistance to going in and testifying. But this is going to be ugly politically for Bill Clinton any way you slice it.
Ultimately, do you think he'll have to answer those questions?
I mean,
Bill Clinton fuck around and be like, you know what, I did in hell, man. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Could be that he is compelled by the courts. The courts could say this is a valid subpoena. If that happens, then yes, Bill Clinton will have to answer questions. Again, his lawyers are going to push for some sort of arrangement involving written answers or closed door testimony, but ultimately the courts will resolve this. And if the courts find this is a valid subpoena and it's related to some sort of valid legislative purpose, then yes, he will have to answer questions. The fact that he's a former president, Hillary Clinton's a former Secretary of State, is not going to change the calculus whatsoever here. There's no privilege that survives that long after the fact.
Ellie Honig.
Damn.
Well, we're learning that the Pentagon is testing a device that could be behind mysterious ailments that hit American spies, diplomats, and troops. The illness first emerged nearly 10 years ago. That's when US diplomats in Havana, Cuba reported vertigo, severe headaches, and other signs of trauma. Later cases of so-called Havana syndrome were reported worldwide. Sources say the device was purchased for millions of dollars in an undercover operation in the last days of the Biden administration.
Purchased?
National security reporter Zach Cohen joins us now from Washington.
The fuck they mean purchased in the last day deal, undercover purchased, man? The hell they mean? How many of them is it? What you mean undercover purchased weapon? What? Hold on,
What are you
Chad.
learning about this, Zach?
Yeah, it's interesting. Sources telling us that the Pentagon spent millions of dollars to purchase this device as part of an undercover operation conducted jointly with the Department of Homeland Security in the waning days of the Biden administration, and that U.S. officials have spent over a year now examining the device, studying it, and still have not definitively concluded whether or not it is linked to those mysterious health incidents, over a dozen that we know of have been reported. But there is new evidence suggesting that it potentially was. And we're learning from our sources that the makeup of this device really is something that investigators have honed in on. They've found that the device produces what's known as pulsed radio waves. That's something U.S. officials and academics have long speculated to be the source, the cause of these symptoms that have been reported by U.S. spies, diplomats, and troops around the world, and some domestically. We're also learning that while not entirely Russian in origin, the device is comprised of various Russian components, which obviously raises significant concerns and questions about a country that the U.S. considers to be a foreign adversary, potentially having some role in developing this device that is suspected of being used to target U.S. officials around the world. And we're also told...
Yeah, chat. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over here talking politics, current events, and entertainment. I'm trying to get my camera set up back right. Give me 1 second while we watch this.
A key part of this is that the device is relatively small and it can fit into a backpack. And that gets to one of the core questions that has been on the top of mind for U.S. officials is how can a device that caused so much damage, the damage that's been reported by these victims, but also be portable? It seems this device would check that box as well. So we're going to continue to push the U.S. government, the U.S. intelligence community, the Pentagon, and Department of Homeland Security for more clarity on this. You may remember that the CIA, their response to these victims has really shifted over time. Those victims feel largely that the Biden administration and to date the Trump administration has largely dismissed their reported symptoms, their calls for some sort of an answer as to an accountability as to what happened while they were serving their country. And a key concern here as well is if this device does prove to be viable, it could mean that it was potentially proliferated, meaning that there could be several foreign countries that have this capability and could potentially use it against U.S. Service members, U.S. diplomats abroad in a way that this device is suspected to have been used.
Important to follow up on and to hopefully find out more for those victims. Zach, appreciate it. Thank you.
Joining us now is the editor for The Insider, Michael Weiss. And Michael, you've been reporting on Havana syndrome for quite a bit now. What's your reaction to this new reporting?
Well, it's a fantastic piece by CNN, and it sort of conforms to a lot of what we at The Insider had alleged 2 years ago in a collaboration with 60 Minutes. We found evidence suggesting that a unit of Russian military intelligence, the GRU, known as Unit 29155, everybody in the world knows who they are because these are the guys responsible for poisoning Sergei and Yulia Skripal in Salisbury. They attempted a coup in Montenegro. All that they do, Jake, is kinetic operations, right? They kill people and they blow things up. We found evidence that this unit had not only worked on research, scientific research into directed energy weapons. We have the documents from their inboxes to prove it. But we were able to locate 2 of their operatives in 2 places, 2 different cities at 2 different time periods, Tbilisi, Georgia, and Frankfurt, Germany, actually going back to 2014, so this predates Havana, Cuba in 2016, where 2 victims whose medical records we also examined allege that they succumbed to these symptoms. And, as you mentioned, they're neurological symptoms, traumatic brain injuries, and in some cases, really physically debilitating ailments. One guy we know is legally blind. He has to walk around with a weighted vest for the rest of his life. I mean, it it renders you dysfunctional at its worst.
Yeah, it's
and
horrible.
these two victims identified two of these GRU operatives and said these people were skulking around outside of our area. One case was a residence in Tbilisi, Georgia, in a suburban community. In the other case, it was Frankfurt, the consulate in Frankfurt, Germany. They're credible actors. One worked for DOJ and the other worked for a U.S. intelligence agency. So one of the main bulwarks that we've been trying to determine here is, could a device like this exist? And if so, could it be man-portable? And CNN reports that not only has the Pentagon been tinkering with this thing for a year, but it can fit inside of a backpack. And by the way, it has Russian components.
Well, that's the thing. Although the device is not entirely made up of Russian components, it does have Russian components. 2 years ago, you published your investigation linking Havana syndrome to the use of energy weapons and a Russian military intelligence unit. At the time, now Vice President J.D. Vance, then Senator J.D. Vance, responded, quote, "Feels like a lot of journalists have lost their minds," unquote. He went on to say something even weirder. Now, your investigation led to U.S. senators urging the Biden administration, bipartisan group of U.S. senators, urging the Biden administration to reinvestigate the root cause of Havana syndrome. We should note, then Senator, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio's signature is on there. I assume that J.D. Vance has called you and apologized?
You'll be shocked to discover he has not, no. It was a very kind of churlish and puerile comment from J.D. Vance. I kind of got the impression he didn't bother to read our investigation. One of the results of that investigation, we were kind of girding our loins for what the pushback from the intelligence community was going to be. And what we discovered is nobody could knock down what we uncovered, right? Nobody could say this is just patently false. It was an attempt to kind of deflect and say, well, we still don't have any credible evidence, et cetera. But then some interesting things happened. The first was the ICA, the Intelligence Community Assessment, came out, and two agencies, one of them is said to be the NSA, the other is kind of in dispute, they altered their assessment, and they said that there's now a 50-50 chance that such a device could exist. One agency went on to say it may have been used against Americans abroad. The other agency cast some doubt on that. That was a big move of the needle in terms of evidentiary support for AHI. And then another thing happened, which is the House Permanent Select Intelligence, which oversees the intelligence community, came out with a report last year saying that it's increasingly likely that some cases of AHI are caused by a foreign adversary. So again, you're seeing all take place here, yeah.
Michael Weiss, great reporting. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you back.
My next guest is a former CIA officer. He says he's patient zero, the first person taken out of Cuba after suffering symptoms of what later came to be known as Havana syndrome. We're calling him Adam, which is not a real name due to the CIA's demand for secrecy. Thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So first,
he got to have a sleeve on, Chad. He got to have a skin sleeve on something, because they're talking about they're going to show this man's fucking face, bro. Call him a CIA operative and patient is zero, but change his name to Adam for secrecy. Now, if that don't make no damn sense, I don't know what does. Like, what?
tell us how you experienced Havana syndrome, as it's known. The symptoms. You said that you blacked out.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a pretty stark, and it was definitely a scary moment. I remember texting my brother in real time, thinking that I may not make it out of this. There's extreme head pressure, crushing ear pain, and it just ratcheted up over the course of 15, 20 plus minutes, and it led to the point where I started blacking out from it, and that's when I knew it was time to get out of there.
Yeah. What is your reaction to hearing
That boy here who thought
the U.S. acquiring a device? They haven't come to any conclusions, but the possibility, at least, that this device may be for the symptoms that you have suffered.
Sure. I mean, I think it's exciting. I've spoken to a lot of the other folks that are injured, and even though I call myself, I've been called patient zero by the press, there are many cases that preceded me, going back to 2014 and earlier. So there is a long-standing pattern of intelligence officers being struck around the world here. But, you know, we hope this is a step forward in the right direction. I think some of us have concerns that, you know, if this has been in play for well over a year, we certainly have concerns that the IC under the Biden administration put out an ICA in 2025 in January, basically saying, hey, there's nothing here, it's not real, we still don't believe it, all the while they had a weapon system in hand. So, you know, we certainly want to dig into some of the cover-up aspect of what may have happened in the last administration, but you know, we hope this bears fruit. We hope this answers some things, and we hope it can lead to some breakthroughs.
Damn, that shit is crazy, Chad. They said they put that bad boy in a backpack. Debilitating pain.
We had great numbers introduced today. We had a wonderful speech in front of great people in Detroit, mostly in the car business, and we're setting records in manufacturing. It's going very well. I think people appreciated what I had to say in terms of the numbers. So we're very happy about that. I'm going back to the White House now. We're going to look at the whole situation that's going on in Iran. Really bad stuff. Minnesota's going to have to take care of itself for a little while. We have tremendous theft and fraud going on in that state because you have an incompetent governor, grossly incompetent governor, and a corrupt governor. But we'll straighten that out. But Iran is on my mind when I see the kind of death.
Minnesota's gonna have to take care of itself for a while. What? That sounded crazy.
That is happening over there, we think. So we're going to get some accurate numbers. I'll have it in about 20 minutes. We'll get some accurate numbers as to what's happening with regard to the killing. The killing looks like it's significant, but we don't know yet for certain. I'll know within 20 minutes. So, and we'll act accordingly.
How can you ensure that U.S. airstrikes, if it comes to that, will as a result of protecting the protest?
Well, you never know, do you? You never know. Do you think so far my track record has been excellent, but you never know.
Do you think it's going to be something kinetic like that, or more like cyber?
Well, I can't tell you that. I know exactly what it would be. We have to make a decision. Sir, but I can't be. Obviously, I can't be telling you.
Timeline? Yeah, timeline.
Sir, Jamie Dimon said today that it's not a great idea to be chipping away at the Fed's independence. Do you think Jamie Dimon's wrong about that?
Yeah, I think it's fine what I'm doing. We have a bad Fed person. He was extended by Biden. And, yeah, I think he's wrong. He's done a bad job. We should have lower rates. Jamie Dimon probably wants higher rates. Maybe he makes more money that way.
Mr. President, Jamie Dimon also was talking about the 10% credit card. The House Speaker said that it could have negative side effects if it was imposed through Congress. Are you concerned about that? Have you talked to the House
No, I'm not. I think that people that are paying 28% interest should be protected. We're talking about for a one-year period, but when you have a bank, whether it's Jamie Dimon or anybody else, charging people 28, 32%, 30%, 31%, one case 35%. No, I'll help those people. That's all right.
Mr. President.
It's a 1 year, 10%. Let the people have a break.
Mr. President. You said that you're going to be cutting off funding for sanctuary cities on February 1st.
That's right.
What kind of funding?
You said that hat is fire though. Where can you buy one? Don't worry, we're gonna have them bitches in a minute. It just ain't gonna say 45 and 47 on the side. It's gonna say plug station, plug sack, some shit. We're gonna have plug something on the side, man. That USA, like we gonna have some of them bitches. Just hold tight.
It'll be significant.
Mr. President, on healthcare, is there something that you can do with insurance companies to bring down premiums like you're doing with credit
I'm
cards?
going to meet with the insurance companies, but I want the money to go directly to the people. It's very simple. Into a healthcare savings account, but directly to the people so the people can buy their own healthcare.
On Thursday will be the 6-year anniversary of you signing the Phase 1 trade deal with China, the signature on it. Would that deal open Chinese markets to U.S. goods? It protected intellectual property. Can we get back to that?
Yeah, we can. We can do it very well with...
I see what you said. You said Greenland said no means no cash. Trump said he don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Trump said he don't give a fuck. They're trying to draft up some shit in Congress right now to block Trump from doing this. So I expect it to be imminent. Just like the strikes on Iran is imminent, Trump trying to overtake Greenland is imminent. I don't think they're coming out, the people around Trump saying that he will not be thwarted. Trump saying he will not be thwarted in his attempts to acquire Greenland. So some shit finna go on, chat. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but I don't think Trump, I've been saying this since I read into the Monroe Doctrine 2.0, the Monroe Doctrine. Trump's not making any concessions on Greenland. NATO saying that they're not backing down either. So some shit is about to go on. It's the only way I can put it. Some shit about to go on.
China have a great relationship with President Xi, as you obviously know. We're doing really well. We're making a lot of money with China.
Can you open their markets to U.S. goods?
I think so, yeah. I think it's going to happen.
Mr. President, Iran says that it will retaliate in the instance of U.S. strikes against U.S. assets in the Middle East. What do you say to U.S. service members about why it's worth the risk to intervene in Iran?
Yeah, Iran said that the last time I blew them up with the nuclear capability, which they don't have it.
Iran said that the last time I blew him up. Oh my God, bro. This is Trump, bro. This is the president, bro. Like, yeah, Iran said that the last time I blew him up. You don't get more straight to the point than that, man. There's no diplomacy there. There's no decorum. It's just cut and dry, bro. Like, straight up, man. Meat and fucking bread, bro. No cheese, bro. No cheese, no condiments, man. It's just meat and bread. Iran said that the last time I blew him up.
So, Iran said that the last time. They better behave.
Intel stock is really high after you invested. Are you going to invest more in Intel?
I like it. So, well, I don't know about Intel, but I'll invest more in other things.
What other companies?
As you know, Intel came to see me. They needed help. And I said, I'll help you, but I want 10% of your company to go to the United States of America. And we made, because of that deal, tens of billions of dollars. The stock went very up and very high, and we made tens of billions of dollars. They walked away and they gave us a lot of money, but they did a great deal for themselves because their stock has gone up. As soon as we went in, Apple went in, Nvidia went in, a lot of smart people went in, they followed us. So yeah, we're doing that. We've done other of those deals. In Alaska, we did a deal where we got a big piece of a company where we were helping them to get a road. We're the only ones that could have done it. And we said we want something out of the company for the United States of America, okay? So I believe in that. We have some other ones that we're looking at. I believe in that. If it's up to us, if they can't do it without us, and then I say, well, we'll do it. If you were a private guy, you'd say, what do we get for doing it? Now, I don't want anything for myself. I want our country to be rich as hell. But with Intel, we made billions and billions of dollars, right?
I want our country to be rich as hell. I don't think I've ever heard a president say that, Chet. I'm just going to be honest with you. I want our country to be rich as hell. Imagine Obama getting up here saying, hey, I just want our country to be rich as hell. But they would have torched Obama for saying so. Imagine George W., man. Imagine W. getting up there saying, I just want our country to be rich as hell. Man, oh my God, bro. It's the truth. I want our country to be rich as hell too, Trump, but not off the backs of kicking the backseat of Americans, man, stomping and stepping all on us, man.
But with Intel, we made billions and billions of dollars, right?
So, Mr. President, on Iran, do you have a message for the leaders currently of Iran?
Yeah, the message is they've got to show humanity. They've got a big problem, and I hope they're not going to be killing people. And I'm going to have a report very soon. It would seem to me that they have been badly misbehaving, but that is not confirmed.
So you mentioned the 1980 hostage rescue effort that ended in disaster.
Well, it was a disaster for Jimmy Carter. They had all sorts of problems, and the helicopters were crashing and everything. You know what it was? The exact opposite of Venezuela. Do you agree with that? Do you agree? As a reporter, who are you with? Who are you with?
I'm with the Financial Times, sir.
Oh, good. Well, that's a nice paper.
So are you committing not to sending U.S. troops into Iran?
Why would I tell you that? Why would
Why would I tell you that and laughed in her face, bruh? You said the only thing hell is rich with was misery. Okay, man. Listen, I just want the country to be rich. We'll say it like that, man. You said believe whatever he says. A good boy. Listen, it's not that I believe whatever he says. It's just that y'all motherfucking liberals came out all last year yelling taco, taco, Trump all his chickens out. Now when he gets to snatching oil tankers out the fucking water, kidnapping Maduro, looking like he want to drop bombs on Iran again and get a Royal Palace casino, looking at Greenland like your ass is on the clock, man. Yep, next. Telling Cuba, get that shit together. We want regime change down there. Looking at Mexico like, fuck what you're talking about, woman. I'm finna start running covert operations down there in your soil. Now, the motherfuckers ain't hollering at taco shit. You saying believe them. I'm watching this shit go on right now, bro. I don't know if you watching the same shit I'm watching, bro. I'm seeing this shit going on, man. It's looking like America sticking their feet in the ground, man. And what Trump is trying to get accomplished, his timeline is accelerated. Maybe they thought they had 3 years. They thought the midterms were going to be a breeze or what. I don't know. Maybe they were too high on their high horse. They're looking around like they might fucking lose the midterm. So whatever we're going to do, we need to do this shit now.
I don't talk about military strategy with a reporter, you know, even though I do like the financial facts.
Are you consulting with our allies regarding Iran? What are they telling you, and why do you think the Iranian...
Well, I'm not going to tell you what they're telling me.
Why do you think the Iranian leadership continues to defy you?
You call me a soap dropper, bro. Your name is Wheeland. Your name is Wheeland, bro. Wheeland, bro. Like Lil Wheeland. I'm going to need you to sit this one out, Lil Wheeland. Just chill, Lil Wheeland. I'll open up the phone lines in a minute and you can call in. I just need you to chill for a minute, Lil Wheeland.
President. And you think they are? Well, it's only been a couple of days.
They continue to kill protesters.
Well, they said that about Venezuela, too, you know. It's only been a couple of days. They haven't defied me. They haven't done anything as far as we're concerned. But it looks like they're killing a lot of people, but it has not been confirmed. I'll know very soon.
The premier of Greenland said today, we prefer to stay with Denmark. Do you see that as the final word?
Who said that?
The premier of Greenland.
Well, that's their problem. That's their problem. I disagree with them. I don't know who he is. Don't know anything about him. But that's going to be a big problem for him.
Do you want to see democracy?
And y'all sitting here talking about I'm doing too much because I'm watching this shit going. The man said he didn't want to say if he was gonna send soldiers down there to over there on Iran. He's like, why would I tell you that? When they asked about Greenland and said the MP of Greenland is saying that he wants to be Denmark, he said, well, that's their problem. That's their problem, man. It is what it fucking is, man. Some shit is about to go on, Chad. I don't know any other way to take. Y'all don't have to take it from me, man. Y'all can go elsewhere, listen to whoever the fuck else. But if you're asking me, some shit is about to go on. It's really about to be going on. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. Not like it, love it, hate it. Some shit about to be going on.
Said that?
The premier of Greenland.
Well, that's their problem.
Here goes Scott saying, get sober. All right, Scott, you get the fuck out. How about that? Everybody tell Scott, have a good day. He will not be back on this account. We will see him later on, man, on another account because he knows I'm going to keep talking about him. So he's going to go hurry up, switch accounts, and try to get back in here. Hope he saved the channel.
That's their problem. I disagree with him. I don't know who he is. Don't know anything about him. But that's going to be a big problem for him.
Do you want to see democracy in Iran?
Ideally, you'd like to see it, but what we want to see is we don't want to see people killed, and we want to see a little bit of freedom for these people. These people have been living in hell for a long time. You know, that used to be a hell of a country. I have friends that used to invest in Iran, and they did well with their investments. It was a great place. The people were great. Even the leadership was good. And now it's living in hell. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, President.
Oh, Scott called me a soap dropper. He said, get sober. He called me a soap dropper. He said, called me a good little boy. Yeah, I let Scott get off for a minute, you know, because I really wanted to, you know, interact with you guys. But I just don't got time for people like Scott. You know what I'm saying? See, but Scott has time for people like me. So what Scott's going to do is he's going to go get on his alt account and try to make his way back in this motherfucker. Happens all the time. Matter of fact, chat, I'm finna go unblock everybody. I probably got a lot of people blocked right now. I'm finna go unblock everybody. Watch how people come up in here talking shit. We're going to move on before we get into that Trump. Trump spoke in Detroit yesterday. I guess we can listen to this dude speak in Detroit, see what's going on. But right here, this is the guy in Tennessee that stole all the millions of dollars from those women.
I lost my retirement plan because of him. And how do you let this happen to you? It's an embarrassing thing.
Tonight, a woman claims to be out nearly $2 million.
He hit her for $2 million, chat. How? How the fuck does this happen, man? How do you let this guy right here get at you for $2 million, man? What?
Of a man at the center of a multi-theft case across the state of Tennessee. Good evening and welcome to News 2 Now at 10. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. News 2's Kelly Milan has been reviewing the records and spoke with a woman who says her life was turned upside down.
A woman in Nashville filed a lawsuit against Daniel Raynold Martin after she put more than $300,000 in personal cash in credit based on what she says were false representations. The judge ultimately ruled Martin to pay more than $1 million. According to multiple women who spoke to News 2, they describe a similar pattern, saying Martin would get close with them and then ask to start a business, later telling them to just trust me, I know what I'm doing, and later warn them what goes around comes around. News 2 spoke with Jessica Reynolds, who says she entered into both a personal and professional relationship with Martin. One, she says, ended with staggering financial consequences.
He had me in like $2 million in debt at the time.
Reynolds says over a span of 5 years.
Shirley Pop said, did Scott lie? Yeah, Scott lied. And I told Scott that he could call in. I didn't even kick Scott the fuck up out of here. I told Scott, if you got something you want to say to me, just give me a minute. I'm going to drop the phone lines. I'm going to open the phone lines up. So I'm going to tell you the same fucking thing, Shirley Pop. If you got something to say to me, hang out or come back in a minute when I open the phone lines up. Because all of that extra shit in my chat will get you the fuck up out of here. But if you want to call in and say this shit, call the fuck in, man. We can have this call. We can get into it on the phone.
Martin persuaded her to purchase 8 properties, all in her name. He promised repayment and profitable home renovations. She says neither came to pass.
I'm a real estate agent. I know that I'm a smart woman. You question, how do you let this happen to you? It's an embarrassing thing.
Reynolds is not alone. News 2 found court documents show Martin has been indicted by grand juries in at least 3 different Tennessee counties: Franklin, Moore, and Marshall. All separate cases. In Franklin County, a 2024 grand jury indictment alleges Martin unlawfully obtained between $60,000 to $250,000 in U.S. currency from an elderly woman. In Moore County, a separate indictment accuses Martin of theft involved.
1313 Ink Life, you said I'm broke. Damn right, man. I'm trying to get it, man. 2026, man. I'm trying to get it, man. I need every $1. Yeah, I'm broke, man. I'm finna be live streaming a lot more. When I'm not at work, man, I'm gonna be on live, man. 2020, listen, we gonna act like we are broke this year, chat. I'm just not gonna be begging for donations and shit, but I'm gonna be doing more uploads, so I need y'all to watch my damn uploads. You know, I'm gonna be trying different formats, streaming. We got 3 channels. You damn right. I'm broke, man, and we gonna grind like we broke for sure.
Involving construction-related materials valued between $10,000 and $60,000. And in Marshall County, a grand jury returned multiple felony counts alleging the fraudulent use of a credit card or debit card, transactions totaling between $2,500 and $10,000.
It's a lot of money. I've worked my butt off since I was 15 years old. I've juggled 2 and 3 jobs. I lost my retirement plan because of him.
Reynolds says he is free, still out there, worried another woman is going to have to go through the pain she did.
When does it stop? He's still out preying on women now.
Bob and Haley, we tried reaching out to Daniel Raynold Martin himself, but did not receive a response at this time. Reynolds says she is now working with an attorney and plans to press charges. Back to you.
So she gonna press charges on him? I guess she can. I don't know. Bad business dealings. What else do we got, chat? I'm finna open up the phone lines in a second. Hold on. Oh yeah, I seen Trump flip them people off, and what else do we got? What else do we got? Oh shit, yeah. The guy, James Fishback. Did y'all see the guy James Fishback? He's trying to tax. If he wins governorship of Florida, he said he's gonna take 50% of all the OnlyFans earnings. Man, are y'all for that or against that, man? Should all OnlyFans creators have to pay 50% of what they make to the state? He said, take that shit back to Hollywood, in so many words, man. Like, look, all of this corn and this OnlyFans shit going on in Florida, the state's finna put their hand in the pot, man. James Fishback said the state is finna put he want 50%, man. 50%, bro.
We have some breaking news to share with you on this Tuesday.
All right, Amy. See you later, Amy.
That the Trump administration has ended the temporary protection status for Somalis in the United States. We're taking a look here at a social media post courtesy of Fox News, and Fox News Digital saying this: the Trump administration is ending temporary protection status for Somalia, affecting several thousand Somalis currently living in the U.S. and several hundred currently living in Minnesota under the protection.
Man, Trump's not bullshitting with the Somali community right now. Nick Shirley and that Quality Learning Center got this shit going on right now. Nick Shirley got this shit going on right now. I don't know how to say it any other way. Minnesota's not getting any more money. Miss Renee Good lost her life. It's ICE agents everywhere. They're not letting the ICE agents get people out of the jails. Trump said, look, all of that temporary protected status shit is over. Kristi Noem said, look, temporary protected status is for people who need it, man. Somalia is back all right, and you can carry your ass back home, is what Kristi Noem is saying. This is crazy, man. They come hard at the Somalis right now, bro.
Somali migrants with TPS will be required to leave the country by March 17th.
They did that shit with the Haitians too, didn't they do it? What date did it go into effect with the Haitians, or is it February? Did they start that in February with the Haitians?
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem told Fox News Digital in a statement, quote,
I ain't gonna cap. I definitely think Trump might arrest Jesus, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Trump cutting no slack, man. I don't think Trump cutting no slack, man.
It means temporary. Country conditions in Somalia have improved to the point that it no longer meets the law's requirement for temporary protected status. That statement went on to say, quote, further, allowing Somali nationals to remain temporarily in the United States currently contrary to our national interests. We are putting Americans first. Bringing us out to a live image that we have of the White House over in Washington, D.C., as I continue to cite some more of this reporting courtesy of Fox News Digital. Sources tell Fox News Digital that there are 2,471 Somali nationals currently in the U.S. under TPS, with just over 1,300 in the country with pending TPS applications. The move comes as DHS continues ICE operations in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after a widespread, roughly...
I'm just going to be honest. What is getting about 4,000 people up out of here really going to do, Chad? I mean, I get it. If they're saying TPS is over, it just is what it is. TPS is over. But what the fuck? What is it really going to do? It's like 4,000 people, bro. I don't know.
$9 billion fraud scheme involving members of the Somali community plagued the state. Fox News Digital learned that an estimated 600 Somali nationals who are protected by TPS live in Minnesota. Now, Somalia was granted temporary protection status in 1991 as a result of an ongoing civil war in the African nation. Former President Biden most recently extended the protection in September of 2024. Now, the decision to end TPS for Somalia also comes a day after Minneapolis, the Twin Cities there, Minneapolis and St. Paul, sued the Trump administration after a historic federal immigration enforcement operation was launched by ICE and DHS. Last week, during ICE operations in South Minneapolis,
Dorsey, they didn't say 40,000. They said 4,000. They said a few thousand plus another 1,300, man. It's like 4,000 people, bro. A town of 4,000 people might not even have a fucking Walmart.
A woman was fatally shot by an immigration officer as she drove her vehicle toward agents, prompting agitators to riot across the city and in cities across the U.S. Secretary Noem labeled this woman who was killed, Renee Nicole Good, a, quote, domestic terrorist, saying, quote, she weaponized her vehicle after blocking ICE agents on the road. Now, footage from the encounter shows an agent approaching Good's vehicle and ordering her to step out, and according to Noem, Good then attempted to run over the officer, prompting the agent to fire multiple shots into the car, killing the 37-year-old mother. Now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey is saying quite the contrary to that, and also telling ICE agents to get out of Minneapolis during a news conference that he held after Good's death. Governor Tim Walz there.
Alright, man, that's enough of that shit. Let's see what Trump said, man. Oh, this is Eric Adams. I got that clip of Eric Adams telling folks, hey, look, I'm not the mayor no more. Go fuck yourself, man. Eric Adams is mask off right now, bro. He ran, they're alleging he ran off for $3.5 million on the crypto scheme. He already got indicted. He had to drop out of the mayoral race after he got pardoned, man. Eric Adams is fucking mask off right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Eric Adams is mask off, bro.
Eric Adams, please punch me in the face. I would love if you punch me in the face. Okay, you can get fucked too.
I'm not mayor anymore. Go fuck yourself.
In the face. I would love if you punch me in the face. Okay, you can get fucked too.
Did she just make a pass at Eric Adams? Okay, you can get fucked too. Damn, Eric Adams.
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I just hear ugly ass face everywhere.
He said he burst up on her and said, "You go see the Brooklyn in me." What you mean by that?
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I just hear ugly ass face everywhere. Damn. That's right.
Y'all got Eric Adams fucked up, man. He done hit a $3 million lick allegedly, man. Y'all got Eric Adams fucked up. I seen, oh yeah, also Marco Rubio tweeted today, on yesterday, that they designated Lebanese, Egyptian, Jordanian chapters of the Muslim Brotherhood as terrorist groups. He said under President Trump's leadership, the United States will eliminate capabilities and operations of Muslim Brotherhood chapters that threaten U.S. citizens. That's crazy. That's crazy that... I don't know, Chad. Where is Trump speaking at Detroit? I'm trying to find that one where he was speaking at Detroit. They had that, they put that Johnson & baby oil gel on Trump out there in Detroit, man. He was shiny up there on stage, man. Shiny, man. Vaseline. Look, they got Trump shiny up there, boy. They put that Vaseline on there, man.
Like this has been crazy, but it's a true honor to be back at the Detroit Economic Club with the businessmen and women who are really the economic engine of America. That's what you are. You've become more of that since I've been in, a lot more.
Oh, you said who the fuck is Eric Adams? He was the mayor of New York before Mamdani took over. Eric Adams was the mayor of New York, the one that got indicted and Trump pardoned him. And then he stepped down from the race. He stepped down from the mayor race. It was supposed to be Eric Adams, Swilya, Cuomo, and Mamdani all running. It was supposed to be 4 people on that ticket, but Eric Adams bowed out. And he's allegedly trying to get an ambassadorship to another country. But he also launched a meme coin the other day, a crypto meme coin that was supposed to be New York City token. It was supposed to fight anti-Semitism. They said he did the little press conference announcement, pumped the liquidity all the way up, and then he exited, man. He rug pulled them, allegedly. He rug pulled and walked away with about $3 million. That's Eric Adams. the black guy that just told a woman, I'm not mayor anymore, go fuck yourself. He was mayor until Mamdani came in.
Factories and plants were going to close, and now they're going 24 hours. They just let Bill Ford, he's running his plant, 150 plant, 24 hours a day, round the clock. It wasn't running that way two years ago, I can tell you. But it's...
Man, who the hell is calling in? It gotta be Dorsey, because I ain't dropped the phone number.
Dorsey.
What, Dorsey? Cut it down.
What's going on, Plug? Good morning, man.
Good morning. I ain't opened the phone lines up yet. What you got going?
Okay, just call me back then. Just call me back. I'm on the road.
All right.
Bye.
Nah, what you want to say? Hell, shit. Y'all want me to open the phone lines up now, chat. Press 1 if y'all want me to open the phone lines up now a little bit early. Press 2 if y'all want to keep going with the show. Because y'all know I open the phone lines up. That's you know what time it is.
The complex that Ford Motor Company so cherishes. It was a pleasure to see that the crown jewel of Detroit auto industry is what they call it, is still going after 100 years. Can you imagine over 100 years? I especially want to thank the president of the Detroit Economic Club, Steve Gregorian. Where's Steve? Steve?
What's up, Flavor?
Hi, Steve. Nice looking man. Nice looking guy. And board chair Sandy Pierce. Thank you very much, Sandy. Thank you very much. And we have some very special people here. We have a man who's doing a fantastic job. I get angry at him every once in a while, but very, very seldom, because he's got what it takes. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Scott? I said, why would you do that? Well, we think it looks better. I said, look, red is Republican. Let's not try and change the voters' minds on things. Just do it that way. And the map was virtually all red. That was about the counties. That was the 2,700 to 505, 550, I think is the exact number. Most importantly, we won a historic mandate to make America great again. And this is what we're doing. We're making America great again like never before. And now, after less than 12 months in office, this is the easiest speech to make. I have great people, and all I'm doing is spewing off what the hell we've done. Even Venezuela.
At least you know that shit, big dog. I'm not gonna lie, Bulletproof. At least you know that shit.
Wasn't too bad, was it, huh? But you have people, Democrats, they say, I don't know if we should have done Venezuela. I don't know. Anybody that says that hates our country, okay? That was as flawless an attack as there has ever been. And they asked us to help them. They have 50 million of oil. They said, take it. It's $5 billion. And we did. We're working with the Venezuelan people and representatives, and it's amazing. But that was an amazing situation. But we did al-Baghdadi. We did Soleimani, flawless. We did the Iran nuclear attack where we wiped out their nuclear capacity, which would have been very bad. You wouldn't have peace in the Middle East, flawless. We did them all flawless. I want to keep it going.
What the hell do we need? It's not peace in the Middle East right now. Where the fuck is the peace going on in the Middle East, Chad? Let me know where the hell the peace in the Middle East is, bro.
Two, I like flawless. Think about Jimmy Carter, the great Jimmy Carter. The helicopters crashing, the hostages all over the place. Remember that one? Think about Sleepy Joe Biden with Afghanistan. What a disaster.
No, Kelly, babe, but I am aware that you just came into my chat typing in all caps like you don't have any damn decorum. What's going on with you?
Day in the history of our country, in my opinion. Real dope. Now, after less than 12 months in office, I'm back in Michigan to report to you on the strongest and fastest economic turnaround in our country's history. It's really been historic. There's never been, we're not 12 months, we're through 11 months. We've got $18 trillion being invested.
They're saying that our economy is turned the fuck around, Chad. He's saying our economy is turned around. What difference does it make? Is because when you spam my chat, it makes the viewing experience not good for the other viewers, man. When not spam, but when you type in all caps, it's like you yelling at me, and I don't even know you enough for you to be yelling at me. That's why. Let's see. You say you think he's talking about Palestine, Israel?
Country, the most of any country ever was 3. We're at 18. There's never been anything like this. We're so lucky I allow you into this room to even be with me.
What? Oh.
I'm kidding. The fake news will say Donald Trump thinks he's hot stuff. Right now I'm feeling pretty good, though, I will say. No, you're so lucky to be
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Listen.
here. Under our administration, growth is exploding, productivity is soaring, investment is booming, incomes are rising, inflation is defeated, America is respected again like never before, and other than that, we're not doing that well. Now think of all those things I just...
Don't worry about it. Patrick trying to be funny. Y'all on the rage, baby, this morning. Patrick, man, listen. Don't do that, man. Good point. That sit your ass down for 1 minute, Patrick. What's up, Playmate? No Diddy.
I said, every single... Inflation down, growth at an all-time high. Market, every day, 48 days in a row, 48 days during the course of 11 months, we hit a new high on the stock market, all of them. A year ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. That was said to me by many leaders. Most every metric, we have quickly gone from the worst numbers on record to the best and strongest numbers, the most dynamic numbers, and an economy that is far ahead of even my optimistic. I had a very optimistic schedule, I thought. I didn't think it was, but people said it was very optimistic. Turns out to be very pessimistic by compared to what we've done. But we'll go down as greatest in history, greatest first year in history nobody's ever had, just based on the numbers. Based only on the numbers, not based on me, based only on the numbers. Because, you know, guys like the governor of California likes to say how well he's doing. California's doing horrendously, but he says how well. We base it on numbers. There's never been...
Bro, why the fuck is Trump in Detroit talking about Gavin Newsom, bro? I'm just gonna be honest, bro. What the fuck does Gavin Newsom have to do with Detroit, bro? You're at the Detroit... Woo! Man, I thought we was bringing automotive industry back to Detroit, man. I thought Ford and GM and everybody was finna get this shit back rolling, man. We talking about Gavin Newsom, bro. It's crazy.
Like this. Through 4 long years before I took office, crooked Joe Biden and his allies in Congress inflicted the economic nightmare known as stagflation. How many times have you heard the word? We hit it with Joe. We hit everything. What a disaster. Meaning low growth and high inflation. Not good. So you have lousy growth and high inflation. In fact, it's the lowest growth ever and the worst inflation in the history of our country. That is really tantamount to not having a good 4 years, right? In other words, Sleepy Joe and the people that ran the auto pen were a complete and total disaster for our nation. They were a disaster for our nation. Had they won the election less than 1 year ago, we would have been, as I've often said, Venezuela on steroids. Now I'm Venezuela's biggest fan. We're working with them, but they came down from a very high number to a disaster, disaster. And we would have been Venezuela on steroids, and we're bringing Venezuela back, and we're going to be great for Venezuela, great for our country. We're taking in, as I said, millions and millions of barrels of...
What is he talking about? We would have been Venezuela on steroids. He said if he didn't deport everybody and start knocking them boats out the damn water, America would have been Venezuela on steroids. What?
Oil.
Okay.
Coming in initially on a daily basis, 50 million. And values of over $5 billion. That's in one day. Give it the biggest ships in the world can take 1 million barrels. The biggest ships in the world take 1 million. We have 50 million barrels. You're the biggest ships in the world just to get it out. We're bringing it in to be refined. It's an incredible feeling. It's great. Winning is a good thing. We're going to work with Venezuela. We'll make that country very strong again. We'll get oil prices down even further. We have it down at about a 6-year low, 7-year low, but we're going to get it down.
You said Kamala's numbers are around 10%. They say that whatchamacallit has the lead right now. Gavin Newsom was at like 30-something%. I think AOC was behind Gavin Newsom, I believe. AOC was behind Gavin Newsom. And what's crazy is, Chad, that they're actually touting AOC like she's going to be president. Like, they're saying, who is AOC gonna pick for vice president? I'm like, damn, they are really about to run AOC. I mean, Gavin Newsom does have a lot of skeletons in the closet, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see.
Biden gave us a colossal stagflation catastrophe, but my administration's rapidly and very decisively ended that. We have quickly achieved the exact opposite of stagflation. Almost no inflation and super high growth. So we have the highest growth we've ever had. Think of that. Growth we've ever had. And we've only been there 11 months. What we can do for the rest of it.
You said...
Do we have wood around here? I want to knock it over.
You said AOC. I don't think AOC can win. Hold on.
Now we have the greatest growth and we have, inflation way down. But we inherited terrible growth, and we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. The fake news would say 49 years. So when I say the history, they give me a lot of time, but I believe it's the history. But let's say 49 years. Would you say 49 years is okay, right? It's pretty.
All right, you said AOC will not win. I don't think AOC will win a primary against Newsom. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Depending now, if AOC to win a primary against Newsom, she is going to have to do the Mamdani. She's going to have to actually do the Mamdani. She's gonna have to go viral. Like, she's gonna have to win on social media. It's the only way AOC beats Gavin Newsom in that primary. She's gonna have to win on social media, man.
Bad. What do you think, Mr. Senator, Mr. Future Senator? I'd say 49. What sounds worse, 49 years or history? I think 49 years almost sounds worse. Maybe I'll just use it. I won't argue with these people. As of this morning, core inflation for the past 3 months has been just 1.6%. The numbers we just announced just before I came on stage. And GDP is smashing expectations with the fastest growth for this country in many years. The fourth quarter is projected at 5.4%, and that's despite the Democrat shutdown where we lost at least 1.5 points. You know, the Democrat shutdown, we would have had close to 7. Think of that, close to 7 they were projecting to. The fakers were projecting to. And if we keep deregulating and adding more capacity, like I saw today at Ford, and if we don't raise interest rates every time good news is mentioned. You know, in the old days, I'm probably old. I used to be up at these lecterns and I'd say I'm younger than everybody in the room. Now I say I'm older than pretty much everybody in the room. I like it the other way better, actually. But you're too young. But in the old days, when you had good numbers, rates would go down. When you had good numbers, the market would go through the roof. That's the way we're going to make it again. That's the old-fashioned way. That's the right way. Today, if you announce great numbers, they raise interest rates to try and kill it. So you can never really have the kind of rally you should have. Happens at what we want. We're going to have a lot of great months, a lot of great quarters. I want the market to go up. Announce unbelievable numbers and the market goes down because they know you're going to do everything possible. In the Fed, we have a real stiff in the Fed, but that's for another day. But they raise rates. So everyone says, oh, they announced great numbers, it's great. And the market goes down because they immediately raise rates. No. When the market goes up, they should lower rates. You want to see 20% and 25%? You want to see what we can do? We've got to go back to an old standard. When there's good news, the market should go up. not go down. Does that make sense to everybody? And that's the way it used to be for most of the time. That's the way you make a country great. But our growth potential is unlimited and could be much higher if we went back to sanity. We're not doing it anymore. We're talking about the head of the Fed, and I want somebody that when the market is doing great, interest rates can go down because our country becomes stronger. See, you view it differently. Our country becomes stronger, and therefore interest rates...
Trump just interviewed somebody for that Fed position. Who was that he interviewed for the Fed position, guys?
...should go down, not up. They kill every rally. No matter who. It's beyond me as president. It's no matter who's president. You have a good quarter, and they want to kill it because you're so petrified of inflation. And growth and inflation don't necessarily go hand in hand. You can have growth and very low inflation. In fact, oftentimes growth is good for low inflation. So we're going to work on that, Scott, right? I think we're going to work on that very hard. I mean it so strongly. It's sickening. We announce good numbers and we see the stock market drops 300 points. I say, what the hell is going on? Do you agree with me? It should be just the opposite. All right, Scott agrees, so I'm very happy about this. That means if he didn't agree, I wouldn't do it. But we're already growing double, triple, and even quad.
All right, chat. What time is it where y'all located, man? You say it's 5 a.m. in Dublin, Ireland, 3 p.m. in Dublin, Ireland. What time is it where y'all are at, guys? It's 9:01 a.m. down here in the deep, dirty South, man. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over here talking politics, current events, and entertainment. Please subscribe to the channel. And double tap the screen is how you support the channel for free.
The speed of almost every other major economy on earth. We're the #1 economy on earth, too. And the results are in, and the Trump economic boom is officially begun. It's really begun almost from the beginning. Almost begun if you look at it really from November 5th. You know, on another metric, just before the election, it was almost impossible to get people to join the military. We had the worst enlistment in the history of our country. The worst. You couldn't get people for the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, Space Force, the Coast Guard. You couldn't get people. Since right after the election, but especially since after January 20th when we took office, we have now the strongest enlistment had in the history of our country. We've never enlisted people so quickly, so easily. And we enlist by merit now. You know, we won a Supreme Court case that said you hire by merit. You go to college now by merit. Everything's by merit. Our country became great because of merit. And we have done some job. But think of it. A year and a half ago, we had the worst enlistment in history, and now we have the best enlistment. Things like that don't happen. You might go from the bad enlistment to...
Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I told y'all during the election cycle when we were covering the debates and everything, I pulled up that clip, and a lot of you guys got mad at me because I pulled up that clip and I said, and Trump said, we need the Christians. I'm not a Christian. And I played that clip and everybody was like, he didn't say that. I'm like, bro, we played that shit like 10 times, bro. He said, bro, like, I'm not a Christian. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is with me.
Okay,
Obama, I don't
but
think
you
Obama
don't go
was
from
either.
the worst in history to the best in history. But that's what we've done, every one of them. And that includes police and firefighters. It was very hard to get police. It was very hard to get firefighters. And now everybody wants those jobs. In 4 years of Biden, they secured less than $1
The fuck you mean you on the way to get us some money? Who the fuck are you, bro? Don't come in this bitch playing with me, man. Donate to the damn channel.
trillion of new investment in the United States. So 4 years, less than $1 trillion. In less than 1 year, I've secured commitments for over $18 trillion from all over the world, the most ever for any country. Think of that, though. They did, and I'll tell you what, had she won, it would be a disaster because you would have people leave. You would have not had $1 trillion. You would have had $5 trillion, $10 trillion leaving the country, and your welfare would have doubled. When you look at what's going on in Minnesota, is that a disgrace? Is that a disgrace? But we'll talk about that. Under Biden, we had the highest trade deficit ever recorded, losing more than $1 trillion every single year. How about that? It was killing Michigan, and everywhere else in our country was being absolutely destroyed. But in a matter of months, largely because of tariff income and the election result, we've slashed that gaping trade deficit by, in a short period of time, 62, it just came out, 62%. People are stunned. The fake news back there, look at those cameras rocking and rolling. No, the fake news back there is they're very upset about it, actually. But they're stunned. They can't believe it. We cut our trade deficit in actually 10 months was when the number came out. We cut it by 62%. It's going to go better than that now. The stock market is now the highest in history since the election. We've set all of those records, and I think an all-time record that's so important to me because so many people have them is boosting 401ks and retirement accounts for millions and millions of Americans, people that are in the police departments, the fire departments, people that are construction workers. A policeman came up to me recently, a nice guy guarding me. He's a perfect guy to guard me. He was a massive guy, big, strong guy. He said, "Sir, you made me look so good in front of my wife." My wife, horrible investor, because every time I invested, we lost money. 401k, and I'm up like 85%. She thinks I'm Warren Buffett. She thinks I'm brilliant. She's now calling me brilliant. It makes my life much easier. I love my wife much more now. She calls me brilliant every time. I said, "Don't worry, you're going to do even better for the next 3 years." But one of the biggest reasons for this unbelievable success has been our historic use of tariffs. It was the tariff that made America strong and powerful in past generations, and then we got off it and we went to the income tax system. Great going, fellas. You know, we were the strongest in 1887, relatively speaking. That was around the McKinley time, Teddy Roosevelt and some others, but we were really strong. It was all tariffs. And I know what happened. Some of these countries got together and they say, "Hey, convince the United States that it's no good, the tariff system is unfair to us." And so some genius, I know who, I don't want to get into it, but some genius said, "Oh, let's go to an income tax system." So instead of foreign companies and countries paying everything, the people started paying. And then...
Oh, shit, the poll flipped. A while ago, it was 53%. People said they would vote for Trump again. And now the poll has flipped to no at 51%. It's crazy, man. Y'all be sure to answer the poll. Would you vote for Trump again if you could, man?
After that, you had a depression, but that was a long time. That was in like 1913, you had the tariff switched into income tax. And then in and they like to blame tariffs. You ever notice they blame tariffs? No, they brought tariffs back in 1932. They brought them back to try and save the sucker. But it was in 1929, because a lot of people, you know, the anti-tariff people. Now, an anti-tariff person is a pro-Chinese person, like Coke. This guy's fought me in every election I've ever been in, and I've kicked his ass. I don't.
What?
Know the gentleman. But he fights me, and then he goes out and says, "I made more money with Trump than I ever made in my life." And then he supports these other people that were total losers. Gives them a lot of money. But he made more money. Everybody makes money with me. I always made money for people. Now, it's tariffs that are making money for Michigan, and the entire country is stronger and safer and richer before, outside of that period of time. Now, if they had what was called the Great Tariff Act of 1887 or something like that, and it was a great group of people like yourselves, they picked really smart people to sit on a committee. They had so much money they didn't know what to do with it, and they wanted to have the money given away. You know, we built the Panama Canal out of tariffs. We did a lot of things. Panama Canal was the single biggest investment, relatively speaking, that this country's ever made. Would be the equivalent of trillions of dollars today. Jimmy Carter gave it away for $1. It was also the most profitable thing ever built. Thing. In other words, like buildings or casinos or anything, the most profitable thing ever built was the Panama Canal. And brilliantly, Jimmy Carter thought the country of Panama should have it, even though we lost 36,000 people to the mosquito. You know that, right? To the mosquito and a certain snake, which was not a very nice reptile. This was a brutal reptile. You got bit, it was over. It was just like, bye-bye, everybody. We lost 36,000 people. Malaria, the mosquito, and the snake. And he gave it away for $1. Well, at least we got $1. That's better than most of those guys do. We got $1 for that. Most expensive thing ever built, most profitable thing ever built, too. Makes so much money. Prediction the critics made about our tariff policy has failed to materialize. shows overwhelmingly that the tariffs are not paid by American consumers, paid by foreign nations.
Chat, double tap the screen, shut a live out. Look, we're 8 subscribers away from 42,800. Who's going to be the 42,800 subscriber, man? Let me know who that is and I'll give you a shout out. 42,800 gets a shout out, man. Let me know when you subscribed, I'll give you a shout out.
And middlemen, and Scott went over that with us before, and they're paid by middlemen. They raise the thing. Countries get involved. They pay them because otherwise they won't have companies. They won't be viable. We're the big beneficiary. Once again, the so-called experts were 100% wrong and Trump was right. People of Michigan were 100% right. You elected the right guy. If you had the other person, everybody, we wouldn't even be having a meeting today probably. There'd be no meeting. Economic Club would be saying like, man, we're doing bad. It's going to be awfully tough to get people to show up. This is going to be tough, the chairman. This is going to not be a good day for us. We don't want to have, let's cancel the meeting immediately. The Trump tariffs have delivered us trillions of dollars of new investment, unprecedented new partnerships on minerals, rare earths, defense, and artificial intelligence, and historic levels of foreign military sales. You know, you have the Supreme Court now going to rule on whether or not we can use tariffs. Can you believe this? A case brought about by people that are China-centric. But China-centric. I wouldn't want it if I was China either. No, China's one of our biggest taxpayers right now. China. Would you ever believe you'd hear that? Right? My relationship with President Xi has been great, but we have a group that's foreign-centric, China-centric, suing.
All right, who said they subscribe, man? Thank you, Linda. Welcome to Plug Nation, Linda. Wind, Water, Air. Shout out to Wind, Water, Air, man. Shout out to Wind, Water, Air. Beta Khan, thank you. AZ Tiffany, thank you. Ink Life, thank you for subscribing, man.
And we'll figure something out if we don't win, but we should win. I mean, we should win. So great for national security. I ended 8 wars. Think of that. 8 wars. And without trade and tariffs, you wouldn't have been able to end any of them. Brought hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into the United States Treasury, helped curb inflation, and helped cut the federal budget deficit by a staggering 27%, and that's only for a short period of time. The number's much bigger than that when you add in the full year. And I've told people I got into a lot of trouble because of the fake news back there. I told people, I said, tariff is my favorite word.
Shit.
The favorite word of every word is tariff. I've loved it for 40 years. I came here many years ago. Remember they said I didn't come here, then they found out I did. I got an award in Michigan many years ago. Still have it. They said it never happened. It did happen. Turned out I didn't notice any apology. But all I did was talk about you're losing your car industry. This was long before I ran for politics. They said you're losing. I said, why are you allowing these foreign nations to take your car? You know, you lost 57% of your car industry. The good news is you're getting it back. But I said, why aren't you using tariffs? I've been very consistent, I will tell you that, for years and years. Even as a private businessman, for years I used it. Because I got, for whatever reason, a lot of publicity always. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it happens. And I talk about the importance. But I said recently, I said, tariff is my favorite word in the whole dictionary. There's no word. And I took a lot of heat. They said, what about your wife, your children? What about religion and God? What about Jesus? I said, all right, it's my 5th favorite word. And since then, I've been fine. They hit me hard, these people, the fake news. They were killing me over tariff. He likes tariff more than his wife, more than religion. He likes tariff more than anything. What a disgrace. So I now call it number 5, and I'm in good shape. It was a rough day. It's my favorite word, and I got killed. You know, when you go up here, you take a big chance, especially me, because I go off teleprompter about 80% of the time. But isn't it nice to have a president that can go off teleprompter? What do you think? Remember the speeches Joe would make? First of all, they'd last a matter of seconds, you know. Thank you very much. You ever notice Joe would always cough before a speech? State of the Union, he gets,
Bruh, it's no way Trump is up here roasting Biden like this is some fucking stand-up, bro. You're at the Detroit Economic, whatever the hell it is, bruh. It's no way Trump is up here doing Biden impressions, bro. What?
Ladies and gentlemen. And then it would be like very short. Although the one time they had him spruced up pretty good, remember, he was high as a kite. He was floating, he was up there way up.
He was high as a kite. Oh.
And that was a bad speech. Hey, you got through it, you know, you got through it. If you call it getting through this country. So can you imagine allowing 25 million people into our country, many of them criminals, many of them murderers? What he did to this country, what they did, because it was the people surrounding that beautiful, resolute desk. As I promised you that I've imposed a 25% tariff.
You said the host of this channel should run for president. Nah, I do better work right here, man. I do better work. I think I feel like I'll leave more of an impact on this world in America doing what I'm doing right here than I ever could in politics, man, honestly.
Automobiles. I'm standing up for the American auto worker like no president has ever stood up before. You know, those tariffs are keeping auto workers. Now, if they want to come in and build the plant and hire you and hire your friends and your neighbors, that's great. I love that. Let China come in, let Japan come in. They are. And they'll be building plants, but they're using our labor. U.S. auto factories are now seeing more than $70 billion of new investment. Think of that. They were leaving. They were all going. They were going in the opposite direction. Now they're pouring back. It's the greatest. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And much of that money is coming right here to the car-making capital of the world, Detroit. You lost, I mean, so many places. Since I took office, Ford has announced it will invest $5 billion across its Michigan and Kentucky plants, creating 4,000 new jobs. GM is moving production of the Chevy Blazer and Equinox from Mexico right back here to America. Right? Is my favorite auto worker here by any chance? You know who I'm talking. What happens with Brian? Brian, oh, I see. He made some cash. He's after. Oh, he's been very disloyal to Detroit. We're gonna have to. He is such a great guy, right? And that guy fought for me when it wasn't the popular thing to do. He fought for me from day one. Well, you tell him I said hello to him, all right? That guy, he got it. 4 years ago, he got it, right at the beginning. He understood it better than anybody, better than the great economists. They had no clue. Stellantis is investing $13 billion to expand its U.S.-based manufacturing plant by more than 50%. Stellantis doing a good job. Never before has an administration achieved such sweeping and dramatic turnarounds as
yeah, a lot of people have been doing layoffs, Chad. A lot of companies have been doing layoffs. I see you said GM just did a lot of layoffs. I think, UPS did some layoffs. Sherwin-Williams stopped matching. They're not doing any company matches anymore. What else? I think AT&T cut down a lot of their workforce going to AI. Yeah, we could say the 401ks and economies are booming, but like the boots on the ground, feet to the street, man, ear to the hustle, it's a little fucked up out here. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. It's a little fucked up out here, man. A lot of these ghost jobs, and I think he said they added 650,000 to the private sector. I want to see how that pans out.
Time. I mean, you're talking about 11 months. 11 months and you have a different business. 11 months and you're booming. I just spoke to an AI guy, and that's booming too. You know, we're leading China in AI by a lot. I'm letting them build their own electric plants because people are saying, you know, the amount of electricity they need twice as much as electricity currently in the United States for every other business, home, factory. They need double. So I said, we can't do that. And then I had the idea. When they build these $50 billion plants, I'm going to let them build, and they're already building big electric plants, take care of their plant. Excess electricity, they'll sell it back
Buyer's remorse for a 2025 Silverado is kind of crazy, Ozzy. I'm not gonna lie. Buyer's remorse for a 2025 Silverado. You said it's junk. That's crazy. All right, Johnny Boy. I'll see you next time, Johnny Boy. I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. We'll see you on the next one.
To our country, it's an unbelievable, and therefore we're going to build. I think if they really add it, you know, you hear how much, and I have great respect for China, but you hear they're building a lot of electricity, but we are too. But we're having it built privately. They're going to own their own electric. They're becoming their own electricity producer. They heard this idea. They thought it was great, but they didn't take it seriously because they said it's too good to be true. But then they realized that I was serious. And we're getting them 2 and 3 week approvals. They don't have to wait for 20 years before they get rejected. You know, in the old days, they had to wait.
Yeah, I also saw, I see y'all say AI's even taking trucking. Have y'all read into what the, hold on, let me see if, oh, my camera cut off. Hold on, chat. Let me get the camera back on. Let me get the camera back on right quick. But did y'all, read into the, I'll go, oh, shit. My bad, chat, my bad. It's a little fucked up right now. I had y'all all in my damn mouth. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Let me get the gimbal set up. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Sometimes I fuck up, man. When I make it, chat, we gonna have a good everything. When I make it, chat. We almost there. We one video away. We want the right person share this shit, we gone, chat. But listen. What I was speaking about is that with the rapid response, where is it at? Where's the 3 memos that Hegseth and them put out yesterday? Where is the 3 memos? Okay, the Department of War Rapid Response over there on X, they put out memos yesterday regarding the whole AI initiative, and this is what jumped out to me. It was where the hell is it at? Basically, they're cutting the red tape. They're saying speed wins. We must internalize that military AI is going to be a race for the foreseeable future, and therefore speed wins. We must weaponize learning speed and measure and manage cycle time and adoption rates as decisive variables in the AI era. We must accept the risk of not moving fast enough outweigh the risk of imperfect alignment. I direct the CDAO to establish deployment velocity and operational cycle time metrics for all PSPs to be focused on their monthly report. Basically, they're saying, look, man, our military is going AI first. So when we're talking about AI, the whole rapid response memo that they put out yesterday, the basis of it, you can go in there, I read it all. The basis of it is that we're going AI first. They want us to be an AI first military, and they're cutting the red tape, they're removing the barriers. 30 days after the updates go public, they're gonna be integrating it into the Pentagon, I guess. The Grok, ChatGPT, 30 days after the new releases go public, they'll be using it. They're saying, like, so now everybody that's kind of using it, the data is gonna be integrated. I'm just damn near sure. It's scary times, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's scary times, bro. A wartime approach to blockers. We must eliminate blockers to data sharing, authorizations to operate, test and evaluation of certification, contracting, hiring, and talent management, and other policies that inhibit rapid experimentation and fielding. We must approach risk trade-off equities and other subjective questions as if we were at war. Bro, I read that shit on my fucking hard drive, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom today, bro, but I read that shit on my fucking hard drive, Chad. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
20 years, and then they get rejected at the end of 20 years. Guys would give up their whole career trying to get one approval, and then they get rejected. In every aspect of our agenda, we're putting America first, and nothing will stand in our way. Nothing's gonna stand in our way, nothing. So one of our top priorities of this mission is promoting greater Affordability. Now, that's a word used by the Democrats. They're the ones that caused the problem. They stick together, have some of the people that we have. I don't know, it's a genetic thing. It's something in the blood. We got some real losers, mostly great. I wouldn't use the name Romney because I'm in his sort of territory, but so I would never use that name. But I'd use it. They don't have a Mitt Romney that votes against everything. They don't have a Rand Paul that votes against everything. I got him elected twice. He was stone cold loser. I went to Kentucky where I won by a lot.
What's up, H. Buster?
I did a rally for him. Then I did another rally. He won. Then I went the second time. He won. And he votes against all the time. It's just crazy. I don't get it. Then you have Lisa Murkowski and you have Susan Collins. Disasters. And you had a gentleman from Indiana that I don't believe it, Todd Young, he voted against. And you say, why are you voting against? They can't give you an answer. They're unable to give you an answer. Like, why are they against the attack on Venezuela? They're against the attack after they found out it was the most successful attack, probably the most talented.
Hey, chat, y'all welcome H. Buster as the newest member to the Mod Squad, man. H. Buster been rocking out with us for a while, man. And he never asked for a wrench or anything, so I just gave it to him, man. Y'all give H. Buster some flames and salute him as the newest member to the Mod Squad. H. Buster, welcome in, man.
Brilliant tactically attack that we've had maybe in 100 years. There's one thing if the attack failed, I'd probably do that too. Change. I'd be in favor. Then if it failed, I'd say, I told him not to do it. That's what they did. But here we have one of the most successful attacks ever, and they find a way to be against it. It's pretty amazing. But it's a shame, and we have some others, but not many. We have a great party, but we have people, the Democrats, whether you like them or not, they stick together like glue. They have horrible policy. Thank God they have horrible policy, because they're smart, they're evil, they're vicious. Policy. For instance, you could be a genius and try selling men playing in women's sport. You could be a genius, try selling transgender for everybody. Borders. Let the world come in. Let the world's prison population come into the United States, including all of the murders, 11,888. That's what we're trying to get out of Chicago and Minnesota and these places. So they stick together, which I admire because I'm a very loyal person. But they have horrible policy. Can you imagine if they had good policy? They were on this morning talking to all the reasons that men should be playing in women's sports. They had a football guy there. Flag football. This guy was like 6'6", he weighed.
That's 6'6" playing flag football. What? Dorsey, I'm calling you right now, man. What you gonna do, Dorsey? You gonna answer the phone or what, man? All right, chat, we got the phone lines open. If anybody does want to call in, have a conversation, give y'all thoughts and opinions on the state of America, the state of the Western Hemisphere, or the state of the world right now, man. The phone lines are open. I just dropped the phone number. Let me pin it to the top of the chat. Dorsey, I gave you a call back, man, so don't say I didn't.
190 pounds with zero body fat. And they had a few young women the size of his leg.
All right, now Dorsey, how you feeling about what's going on?
Oh man, I got so much to say. First of all, the Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniel thing, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wish they had rock and roll, man. Corey about 6'3", and what you didn't see was Corey's people. The person that you saw, you know, you asked about the woman who was on the show, right?
Right.
That's D. That's Ice-T, old lady.
I thought Ice-T. I thought Ice-T was the one was with Coco.
The second wife.
Okay.
D. If you look at Ice-T's first album, that's her. She the girl with the automatic shotgun in her hand.
Okay.
With the suit on.
Yeah, all right.
With the swimsuit on.
Nah,
if you see that album cover, that's D. That's D.
Okay. All right. Well, shit, how you feeling about the state of America, the state of the Western Hemisphere, and the state of the world? That's what people trying to hear you talk about.
It's on the cracking, nigga. Y'all finna be at war in a minute. I just got to figure out what day it's going to be on.
Who the hell is y'all, Dorsey? Aren't you in L.A.?
Yeah, but we ain't got shit to do with that. That's going to be an East Coast thing right there. Iran on the East Coast. We ain't worried about Iran. Greenland, that's on the East Coast. We ain't worried about Greenland.
Russia right there on the West Coast. Russia right there on the West Coast.
Oh, that's Alaska, man. Ain't nobody thinking about that shit. Nobody care about Alaska, man.
That's crazy, man. All right.
See, understand this.
So tell us about y'all economy out there. We want to hear about the economy in California because Trump just threw a stray at Gavin Newsom. I know you a LA resident, so let us know how you feel about that. The economy. What's gas prices?
LA doing bad, man.
What's gas prices?
Gas prices is around $3.84.
That sounds cheap for LA.
It's almost a 50-cent drop.
That sounds cheap. I don't remember ever getting gas under $4 in LA.
Yeah,
when I was out there.
That right there, that's a good thing. But at the same time, Trump has shut down. I was asking around people here in L.A. for the holidays. Usually, L.A., man, fireworks be going off constantly. Pop, pop, poop, pop, pop, poop, pop, pop. Right? You didn't hear a peep. Trump shut down the border, so the Mexicans who used to go over and buy the fireworks, they used to make big money. So when he shut down the border, man, that cut off the firework flow.
So it cut off a lot of hustle. Legal business. It cut off, trade.
Yeah, that's illegal. That was illegal because fireworks are outlawed out here in L.A. Because, of the fires and shit. When he cut it down, hey, man, that's about $20 million street money right there that went down the drain.
Well, shit, you just said it's illegal. I mean, damn, that's... Hell, we just seen the whole fucking L.A. and all of this shit damn near burned down, man. The Palisades burned to the damn ground and shit. You want some firecrackers? When we just seen...
Yeah, but that wasn't fireworks. That ain't had shit to do with no fireworks. That was the homeless who did that.
Man, that was that one dude. They said he drove all the way from some other state and went out there and started that fire, man.
Exactly. That ain't got shit to do with us. Man, it was so quiet during the fireworks season, man. I was like, oh, man, what the hell? I asked everybody else at first. They was like, they didn't know what I was talking about. Then they said, you know what? You're right. Why not? And then remember that dude who got killed by ICE in California on January the 1st?
Man, they say gas $2.70 in L.A., Dorsey. They say you must be using your AARP and AAA.
Gas is not $2.70 in L.A. They're a damn lie. Unless you're talking about Long Beach.
A senior
and they're
discount.
A damn lie. They're a damn lie. Who said that?
It don't matter. Quit reading the chat. I'm going to read the chat for you. They just said it's $2.70.
I'm not reading the chat.
It don't matter who said it. It don't matter who said it. They just said what part of LA you on where gas $3.90 or whatever you said it was.
No, I said it was $3.80, about $3.87, $3.84.
Well, he said $4.70, man. He said gas $4.70, man.
I'm looking right now across the street at Thrifty's, and I don't even go to the Thrifty gas station. It says $4.29, and they the high price. I'm in a rich neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a neighborhood with the Lakers. In fact, one of them sitting right here at the Starbucks where I'm at right now. My girl getting Starbucks.
What?
No. So, yeah, it's $4.29 at the hoity-toity. You talking about, the Exxon station, where the white folks put that good gas in their car. It's $4.29, and then where I go, which is Sinclair Gas, it's $3.84.
You talking about imagine actually being American? What the fuck is you, Carnage? Go ahead.
So, like I said, he done kind of messed up the economy out here. First of all, we used to get all the good bootleg shit from China. Those shipping containers, we used to get all the bootleg. So he done affect up the economy on that. We don't have that.
They said everything that you talking about is illegal, Dorsey. They said how has it affected some shit that's not illegal? They saying you trying to
Oh,
you
it's
on
not
some
illegal?
yeah, you on some criminal enterprise
like
shit.
I said.
And Trump said he was finna cut all that criminal enterprise shit down, man.
Okay, so, as far as our fast food workers, a lot of them quit. They hiring like a big dog. If you want to, flip burgers for $20, L.A. is the place to come because a whole bunch of the immigrants, Trump shut down immigration and told them they had to leave. A lot of them had to pack up and go.
Man, that shit, bro. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it flipping $20 burgers in LA because they're not gonna let you get no overtime. All that no tax on they're gonna cut your ass out. You get 38 hours, they're gonna send your ass to the crib, man.
Who told you that nonsense?
That's how they do it. Man, listen, that's how they do it. No,
the managers and the crew chiefs is making big money at Jack in the Box.
Okay,
they ain't got nobody.
You is talking about managers and crew members and shit, man. I'm talking about like your regular run-of-the-mill McDonald's, man, where the school kids go work and the older people go with the same jobs you were saying all the illegals was taking, man. Them jobs is not letting folks get overtime like that, man. The manager gonna fuck around and get fired if they let them folks get overtime, and the manager gonna lose her damn job or his damn job.
Plug, Jack in the Box is 24/7. Now McDonald's might shut down at 1 o'clock. But Jack in the Box 24/7. I can tell you right now.
All right now,
Swerve. We got so many different fast food chains like Yoshinoya. Y'all don't even know about Yoshinoya out there. Yoshinoya that's that Japanese fast food. Coming from, man, they got so many different fast food places. We got Shake Shack. We got all kind of stuff. In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger give you all the hours you can handle. When people, now it might be some exceptions to the case that people is getting this overtime, but yeah, they paying overtime. I don't know where y'all get y'all information from.
Man, I'm seeing this shit, Doris. Okay, what I'm saying is maybe it's different in LA. Maybe our populations is different, but I'm seeing this shit. I got some cousins, and they working at fast food right now. They ass not getting no overtime. They gonna send their ass home. Straight up. They're not getting no overtime, man. But if the manager's giving out,
I don't know.
listen.
Maybe your cousins, working for a company that's cheap. I don't know. Because you got to understand, some of them are independently owned too now.
A lot of them, man. That's not how it is. That's not how it is in LA. Franchise, like they bought a franchise.
Yeah, but the franchise, okay, this is an example. Okay, we got Carl's Jr., right?
Right. I'm going to answer the call in a second. Caller, whoever's calling, I'm going to call you right back. Go ahead.
One Carl's Jr., the chicken sandwiches is 99 cents. Whereas all the other Carl's Jr.'s is $1.99.
Oh, that's probably why it is too, because in Cali, it's the benefits too. In Cali, y'all probably already got benefits or whatever, just statewide. And they not trying to give you overtime or even let you work that much because they not trying to pay the benefits. That was a big thing out here.
That might be true. I mean, because I can't sit up and say that I'm the god of California, that I know everything that goes, but I do know L.A. You know L.A. now. Like I said, depending on who's the owners of some of these franchises. Because right now, the Hindu Indians is taking over all the fast food chains out here in California. And then there's another one, it's a group from Mexico. They taking over the McDonald's here in it's called Marcos Enterprises or something.
Uh-huh.
They are taking over all the McDonald's, and they the one who got all the little the immigrants working in the back in the grill. None of them speak English. All of them speak English. All of them, only the managers speak Spanish.
All right.
And then, so from that point of view, I'm letting you know, man, them Indians is buying up everything. They diversifying.
Right. Let me call this caller back, Dorsey, and I'm gonna get you right back on the line.
Okay, well let me go back to the. Okay, let me say.
I'm gonna call you back, Dorsey, because I'm finna answer some chat too. I got you right back. You know they don't like to stay on the phone long. There'll probably be somebody trolling. All right. What I'm saying is this. You said, why are we supporting fast food restaurants? Don't you know how to cook and save your money? Yes, I know how to cook, but when we're talking about fast food, we're talking about just jobs that you can go get. Jobs that are pretty much always hiring, like fast food. Those are the jobs that, when we're talking about the economy is good and shit, those are the jobs that are being rotated in and out. You know, those are the entry level. We're talking entry level. Anybody can go there and get it. Those were the jobs that a lot of people were saying that illegals were taking. Now that the illegals aren't taking those jobs, it's still tough run on the American, because that job is not going to let you get full time, because they don't want to pay the benefits, they don't want to pay the overtime, they just don't. They'll cut you off, man. They'll send you home, man, and adjust your schedule. You'll have 5 hours one day, 4 hours one day, 3 hours one day, a day off, just so they make sure that they don't got to be accountable for you. And so that was just what I was getting at, because he was talking about all of the places that was hiring in LA, and he mentioned fast food. And I said, you can't live off fast food in LA because they're not going to want it. And then he explained to me the situation out there is a little bit different than what I'm seeing in the South. So I respected his opinion. Like, okay, if that's what's going on over there, I can't really speak for it. I'm not in LA. But in the South, they're not letting these fast food workers get their 40 hours. Not entry level. You're going to have to be in there. Hold on, Dorsey. I haven't called the caller back yet. Damn, Dorsey, you just can't wait.
Dorsey calling back.
To accept.
Dorsey, you gotta wait. I just said I'm gonna call you back. I ain't called the caller back.
Oh, I thought you just said. Oh, my bad.
Damn, Dorsey.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Not much. What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm on the Untold Legend chat. I currently live in Delaware State.
Okay. How you feeling about the state of America, the state of the Western Hemisphere, or the state of the world right now?
I'm somebody that it's weird with me. I look at the global landscape, so I'm not as emotionally tied to all these different things. Like even example, the whole AI thing. I don't think people realize what I realize is that you can't win in those situations, right? It's like if we're not the ones who are the leaders in AI, somebody else will be, and then ultimately in the future we're going to be complaining that our competitors are the leaders in AI in the military, and we're going to be like, why didn't we do that first? So we can complain now, but complain about the alternative to not doing that later. Those are the type of things that I look at when I look at politics, when I look at geopolitics. Even it's I personally think you got to at least wait several months to even have a full opinion on a lot of these things. A lot of times.
Yeah, but they're talking about, this is what's crazy to me. This is where I am. I understand what you're saying, and logically, I definitely do agree. I definitely do agree. But when they're talking about cutting red tapes and barriers for experiments and, taking all of our privacy rights, this is a cut and dry. Our privacy's gone. That memorandum, we can say, oh, our privacy's been gone for this or that, but it's official now. The shit is gone. And another thing they're saying is the months that caller, I'm gonna have to call you back, man. I'm on the phone right now. The months thing is, when you read into that memorandum that the Department of War released, they're trying to be able to adapt in hours. They're running these experiments, and getting feedback and implementing it within hours on a lot of these things. We don't know what all of that consists of. And that's my only thing, is kind of like when we remove all barriers, like even DeSantis tried to do hey, some state protection shit. Like, look, man, Florida, we're just going to not pass on it. We're not going to do it. Trump put the executive order banning all AI. You can't say anything. You can't stop AI or what it's going to do. Don't matter. It's not in the state's hands anymore. And that's where Yeah, it gets kind of tricky with me.
Well, let me give my input on the whole accessory aspect of it. Because I understanding that that's going to reverberate to us. What he was talking about was about the red tape within the military. So, bureaucracy within the military that allows for certain, or doesn't allow for certain advancements to happen in, military production. I don't think he was talking about that on a civilian basis, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but just by the way it's gonna work, it's gonna have to affect the civilians because they're touting Grok and Chat GPT, which we as Americans and as the world, we give these companies all of our data. And when they say blocking the data sharing, those are the kind of protections I'm speaking of as well. I'm not just speaking like, hey, we're going to get hooked up to machines and have tests ran on us. I mean, just even things of those sorts. Like, it's over with. Like, we're in a police state officially now is what I was getting at.
That's the thing. I think he was referring
so you
think
the
classification and declassification of all these things that have to do with research and all that stuff that makes it take decades for this research to happen when you could literally just have it happen right now with all the resources that are available to the military. I think that's more what was leaning towards when he was saying that statement. What kind of us in our fear worked at a different way and said, oh, wait, does that mean to us? No, I think he was really talking within the military-industrial complex. I don't think he was speaking necessarily within America. Like I said, in the future, I could be wrong, you could be right. No, you have to kind of let these things play out. But for me, the reason why I say it's not all the way a bad thing is because I don't think in America we're like kind of insulated from going on geopolitically. Like, we're not understanding like what's going on with China and Taiwan. We're not necessarily understanding the full capacity of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. And these things are kind of iterations of, kind of dealing with that. Because I don't think we understand the advancements the Russian military has made over the past few years, the past decade or so. So I'm not, I'm kind of in the balance with it, so to speak.
Okay. No, I can agree. I don't think it's
one of them
totally
games
bad.
if you do, then you don't type situations. Because I know us. If in time comes in a decade, and while we were all debating about how bad AI is, but somebody else like China gets it and they start conquering the world, you're gonna be like, yo, why didn't we do that? So it's kind of like.
Yeah. I get it, it's I don't know, man. Have you read the memorandum? Caller?
Hello?
Yeah, caller. I was saying, have you read the memos that they put out?
Yeah, no, I've read through part of it. I didn't get through all of it yet. Maybe you might be able to a little bit better, because I was just going off of part of what I read as well as what Hex was talking about. I think he was pretty much talking about like all like Palantir and all these types of people. But maybe you can explain it better.
Yeah. Pretty much the things that I have said, but it's kind of they're changing definitions around as well, like which I expected it to happen. I figured they were already running maybe a system to where the prompts didn't have blockers. Like, there's certain things that these AI generators won't let you type in as a regular person and a citizen. So I could assume that the government would have a kind of a different setup, Right. So when I was just reading into it, I'll just read you the excerpt. It's clarifying responsible AI at the Department of War, out with the utopian idealism, in with hard-nosed realism. DEI and social ideology have no place in the DOW, so we must not employ AI models which incorporate ideological tuning that interferes with their ability to provide objectively truthful responses to user prompts. The department must also utilize user models free from usage policy constraints that may limit lawful military applications. Therefore, I direct the CDAO to establish benchmarks for model objectivity as a primary procurement criterion within 90 days. I direct under the Secretary of War Acquisition, Sustainment, Incorporated standard any lawful use language into the Department of War contract through which AI services are procured within 180 days. So basically, they're going to be able to, type in there like, is it worth unaliving a million citizens? Like in the AI, instead of the AI having a quote unquote moral background, it's just going to tell them the real.
I don't necessarily see what's problematic.
Putting in being in conjunction with being AI first, I don't know. Like I said, it's not that I think it's necessarily all the way bad. It's just that I have some questions, and I think we should have some safeguards there. And I think a lot of these single accountable persons sounds like scapegoats to me. When they talk about the language of what's going to happen in case something does go wrong with them just letting AI loose through our defense systems, they say there will be single accountable people. So to me, just an average American, I don't have a military background, it sounds like a scapegoat. Somebody will be hung at the stake if something goes wrong. Because the red tape's gone. I'm just being honest. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, caller.
Is that necessarily a bad thing, though? That have people grew up with the AI? Because that's how I hear that. I don't know if that's necessarily what that's meant to mean, or
I don't know. It's to be determined, I guess. Like we spoke about before, it's to be determined. It can be bad. It can be really fucking bad if you it could be good, but it definitely has potential to be very, very bad. Your mic is cutting out. We can't hear anything you're saying, caller. Yeah, I can't hear him. We'll have to get him back on the line. We're going to call the next caller. I couldn't hear him. I don't know if he's moving around, traveling, or what. Caller, I had called you back.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Dorsey. What it do?
Okay. I was just been following the chat and everything. H. Buster, shout out to my homie in London. Hey, H. Buster made a great point. He said that the Saudi Arabian sheiks and so forth, they have a vendetta against Iran because of the Sunni and the Shiite religion and so forth. The Arabs, they want to see Iran fall because number one, they competition. Iran also has a nice stockpile of oil from, and they're in competition with Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has been trying their best to get Iran out the way because of Yemen. That's going on with the battle in Yemen, the civil war in Yemen. So, they're having proxy wars down there in the Middle East. Coming from? So, yeah, Saudi Arabia want Iran to fall because that would clear up a lot of position and so forth, so they can move in. And if Trump and just like with Venezuela, if Trump get his hand on that Iranian oil, he gonna give it to them Saudi Arabians to develop. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to what I was saying when you was asking me about the California economy. Yeah, the economy has shrunken. A lot of what you call the stock market type companies, trade companies and so forth, they're closing their office. I seen a dude, he was moving his shit out his office a couple of days ago. He had his little BMW parked up. He came down, what's the name of that building? I'm looking at it right now. He was coming out, and I was like, hey, man, you gone? He said, yeah, man, I got to get up out of here. I can't afford this no more. A lot of the traders, for the stocks and all that, they going broke. They can't afford to keep their offices and so forth. I'm just keeping it real. I'm sitting right now in Woodland Hills, in what we would consider their finance district, and we talking about 36-story buildings and so forth. I'm looking at about 6 of them, and most of them were finance houses, banking and stuff like that, and they're closing their offices and so forth because of what Trump is doing to the economy. So from that point, I can say that. I can see that for myself. Now, as far as what went down with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels said he brought his bodyguard, but see, Corey Holcomb, you heard people in the audience talking to Antoine. Usually, Corey has his people sitting at the desk with him, but they allow Antoine to sit by himself. D was there, right? But Craig, the one who was trying to keep it, he was trying to keep it intelligent, and he was talking to Antoine. Craig is 6'3", and I say about a good 285 pounds. I've been around these people because I used to mess with Zoe. Zoe is the person that beat up Aries Spears. So I know these people personally. I mean, I ain't their best friend. I don't hang out with them, but I've been to a lot of their shows as panelists and audience, and we kick it and we talk and stuff. And I didn't seen the size of these dudes. These some big dudes. I really wanted to see them squab because I don't like Antoine anyway.
What's your gripe with Antoine?
Hey man, Antoine a coon. Hey, I ain't got no problem with Antoine saying things that's right. But like Corey said, he ain't never said shit about white folks. He ain't never said a damn thing about no damn white man about the shit they do. He always talk about the crimes that's in the black community, but then let it be a mass shooter, and he don't say shit. And that's what.
So he didn't talk. So he didn't talk about the Charlie Kirk shooting.
He talked about Charlie Kirk, but that was to make that money. Somebody made money off Charlie Kirk.
Man, come on now.
Hey, I'm just keeping it real. And Antoine, he ain't do like what's his name? Who started crying? Officer Tatum. Started crying. That was Officer Tatum. Yeah. He ain't started crying, but shit, he was damn sure sobbing, and not talking about you, but he was like, boss is gone. Sorry, son of a bitch. I'm glad you told me about that boss thing. I'm going to use that a lot more. But anyway, but like I said...
I don't like when people say that shit no more. I used to be cool with it, like, hell yeah, but then once they told me that's what that shit meant, I just got to thinking like, damn, you know what?
Yeah, but see, that's fucked up because I be going to get my little food and the dudes, and they be like, yeah, okay, boss. So, I ain't say shit. I used to tell them, like, man, you ain't got to call me boss, man. You call me Dorsey, right? And they used to call me boss, and I used to be like, damn, I used to feel like I was something special. Now
man,
that I
they
know
calling
what it
you a
means,
sorry son of a
I might
bitch.
just slap the shit out of one of them.
that shit made me so damn mad when I heard it. I was like, man, it ain't no fucking way, bro.
You done made me walk down. I'm heated now because I didn't order food for these people for about 6 months, man. The little dude said, "Yo, boss, we got your boss. You want some more ketchup, boss?" I'll be like, "Yeah, go ahead, man." You know what I'm saying? He just pumping up my ego. I'm thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'm a big baller. Oh man, this nigga been insulting me in my face all this time, man. I'm mad as well." I'm gonna let him know though. He might not know what boss means because the dude who was calling me boss, he fresh off the boat. He's from Iran.
You said exact. What is boss supposed to mean, Matthew? It's supposed to mean sorry son of a bitch. That's when you say boss backwards. The SSOB, sorry son of a bitch. That's what it's supposed to mean. It ain't with it.
Hey, I love America, boy. We know how to twist shit around, boy. Hey. But back to your news events, though. I don't know. I haven't heard much from NATO. You know, they talking about...
What do you mean you ain't heard much from NATO? NATO said it's going to be some shit. If Trump move on Greenland, it's going to be some shit.
Shit. NATO need to be worried about Iran. That's who the fuck NATO need to be worried about.
Man,
that's right there. Hey, that's right there on their borders. They got so many Iranian people in Europe. And they always run into Europe because that's where Ayatollah Khomeini, when he was first got run out of town by the Shah, he was in France. Even in France, they talking about there's no-go zones.
Greenland MP said that Greenland MP said, man, look, we stand with Denmark. We don't want to be part of America, man. And Trump said, well, that's unfortunate for him. That's going to be a problem for him.
Well, yeah, like I said, Trump pulling some Fleece Johnson shit on people. You understand what I'm saying? You know who Fleece Johnson was, right?
Man, why you want to come on here and talk about a booty dog, bro? Why you want to come on here and talk about
Trump saying the same thing. We can do it the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. Ain't that what he's saying?
I don't know, bro. I'm not using that analogy.
Trump be going around molesting little smaller nations, nigga. He done molested.
Chill out, Dorsey. We on the damn daytime show. You can't keep saying that. What you got going?
Can't say molesting.
No, and you still saying it. You just
okay,
all right, Dorsey. We finna have to get you up out of here. Damn, you still saying it. Come on, man.
How come all of a sudden we gotta, I thought freedom of speech meant that you can say words.
You can, but this is YouTube's platform. YouTube don't give a fuck about what you're talking about.
Okay, all right.
When you said that word, like 100 people left as soon as you said it. Like they YouTube is gonna suppress the live. You get to talking like that, man. That's why y'all ask why I be shadow banned. When they ask why you be shadow banned, plug, it be shit like that, man. Go ahead.
Can I use the word touchy-feely?
Go ahead.
Well, Trump been touchy-feely with a lot of nations. Venezuela is one he was touchy-feely with. Now he talking about he touchy-feely with Iran. He touchy-feely with Nigeria. He touchy-feely with Greenland. You see where I'm coming from? He touchy-feely with the Panama Canal.
No. You know, hold on. For sure you do not have a complete freedom of speech, White Buffalo, because you know what? Freedom of speech had my channel with 2 strikes on its last damn breath. Freedom of Speech got Money channel with 2 strikes, was on its last damn breath. YouTube will get you the fuck up out of here, man, for saying shit. And the 2 strikes that I got, guess what, White Buff? It wasn't even from shit I said. It was from shit another motherfucker. Do y'all see we don't do panels that much no more? Because them panels had me over there on 2 strikes, damn near about to lose my channel. And didn't nobody give a fuck. Nobody cared.
Well, it wasn't me. I'm glad you said that because I was feeling kind of guilty, but now that I know it wasn't me. Okay. So I apologize if I put anything of yours at jeopardy. I will use the terms from now on touchy-feely, right?
Right.
So, like I said, man, Trump, foreign foreign policy is too touchy-feely for me. You see what I'm saying? And then, speaking on touchy-feely, then as far as with Bill Clinton, if I was Bill Clinton, no, I wouldn't answer none of the subpoenas neither, because Trump people didn't do it for the whole 7 years. They never answered not one subpoena. So what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Now, I don't know, do you remember Whitewater? Since you in Arkansas, you should know about the Whitewater scandal, right?
What's that? What happened?
Okay,
what went
Whitewater
on?
was
What went on? Yeah, tell me what went on.
Okay, Whitewater was, this is in the 1980s. Whitewater was a real estate project that they were supposed to be doing in Arkansas, and Hillary Clinton was one of the lawyers and so forth who was pushing for the investment. And so then the project fell through, and the people didn't get their money back, right? And then they started doing
Allegedly.
investigations. They found out that Hillary was sleeping with her business partner.
Allegedly.
Allegedly then. So Bill and Hillary allegedly been swinging a long time. You see where I'm coming from?
I mean, I just thought Bill was cheating. You know what I'm saying? I thought he just got a little hit.
Oh, they
you know
was
what I'm
both. Man, check this out. You can Google it. You know, you just got to go back in the 80s, and they're going to have all these investigations about Bill Clinton. They was on their head over that money, because a lot of people in Arkansas lost money. But thing is, Walmart was part of that investment too, and Walmart made a lot of money off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I believe you.
It's called Whitewater, the Whitewater scandal. And then they were saying how Bill and Hillary used to have these little parties. They used to go to these little parties, and you used to drop your key. Back then, you used to drop your car keys in the fishbowl, right? And then if your old lady would pull out the car key, and whoever car it belonged to, that's the dude she was supposed to go home with that night. Okay, so that's how they used to get down.
You done been to a few of them?
Huh?
You done been to a few of them parties?
I ain't got no car, so I ain't had no car keys to drop.
You never had no car?
I had a car, but I ain't never, to be honest, I never owned a car because I always used to drive my lady's car.
Oh, you was a
She used to always say, here, take my car.
You was a gigolo.
They give me no freedom. See, that's one thing about them. They would not allow me to have my own car because they knew if I had my own car,
Dorsey, listen to how you sound, Dorsey. We finna have another relationship counseling. You said they wouldn't allow me to have my own car.
They wouldn't.
Do you say that shit to yourself and they wouldn't what?
Look, check this out. They would allow me to have a motorcycle, but they would not allow me to have a car. I'm keeping it 100. Motorcycle, I had nice bikes.
Dorsey, you probably get smacked up and slapped around in the house and everything, bro. Yeah, you gotta wear some pants over there, man. What are you talking about?
No, we don't have no domestic violence going on in my household. That's you can't touch me now. Hold up. That's against the rules. You can't touch Dorsey.
So was you just scared that she was gonna leave you if you got a car? You was scared she was gonna leave you?
Nah, shit, I was driving her car. Shit, I was riding around with a full tank of gas.
And when she put you out, what car you had?
You know, I don't cheat on my wives, huh?
And when she put you out, what car you drive?
Oh, if they put me out, what car I'ma drive?
Right.
Oh, I could go to my mom. Okay, at the time when my mom was alive, my mom offered me, a Mercedes, a BMW, that James Bond one.
Oh, so y'all came from money.
Yeah, I keep telling people, they be acting like, man, Dorsey ain't got a lot. I ain't got a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all you gotta do is look at my Facebook. That's all you gotta do. You'll see it.
Y'all was well off.
Yeah.
So y'all was well off.
Yeah, both of my parents was making $200,000 in the 1970s, bro. In fact, remember remember when I put in there my mom when she divorced my dad. She was going to marry this Iranian dude named Razor. We was about to move to Iran. They was going to hire her to teach at the Iranian University, making $50,000 a year, and she was going to be like teaching them about American culture, so that when they sent the students over, they would already know how to get down in America.
How old was you then?
14.
Yeah, at 14 years old, my parents would have had to take that L, bro. I'm not going with you to no damn Iran, bro. That shit would have been clipped for me.
And I was ready too, boy. I probably would have been a hostage. I'm being real because when the revolution, kicked off,
at 14, I was damn near. I was riding my bike across town, doing all kind of shit. Bro, at 14, I definitely wouldn't have been going to Iran. I would have had to thug it out in the streets, man. I would have been couch surfing. They say you sound like a jobless freeloader, Dorsey.
Tell them they mama a job as freeloader. Okay, their mama ain't got no job. They taking care of the house, ain't they?
No, they just said because you was always borrowing the car.
Huh?
They said you was always borrowing the car.
Borrowing shit. I grabbed my car. I'm married. It's my shit too. You know, y'all niggas always want to talk that old bullshit, but ain't none of y'all been married, so you can't tell me shit. Once you get into this marriage game, there's a lot of benefits. That goes for men and women. So just because your dad was a lame, I'm not talking about you, Plug. I'm just talking about the people in the audience. Just because your dad was a lame and your mom used him for Social Security, that's y'all fault. Now, just because Dorsey meet women that appreciates Dorsey's company and they were happy to compensate him, and then when they marry him, they feel he's an equal and he deserves all these luxuries. Don't get mad at me because your game is lame. Don't get mad at me. Understand, every woman that been with Dorsey had to deal with Dorsey. So when we first had the conversations, they knew exactly where I stood, and they still wanted to get with me. So I don't care what none of you clowns say. Most of you is incels anyway, so how you gonna try to tell me about it?
Man, listen, Dorsey, hold it down for a second, man. Hold it down for a second. I got
I'm
these.
just saying, Plug. I mean, I already told you about the bus
No,
station.
I'm saying hold it down. Give me like 3 minutes, man. I need you to hold it down.
Okay.
Talk to the chat
So
for like 3 minutes.
So understand this. My family had money. My parents were together. My parents was married. My mom had a PhD and my dad had a master's degree. My dad owned businesses. What y'all think, I don't care, because understand this, I lived this life. You didn't. See, you think that black folks supposed to be broke or something. I don't know where y'all get that nonsense from. Black folks got money too. We got millionaires too. I got 2 brothers that's millionaires. So y'all can just say what y'all want to say. Now, my family get mad at me because I like dating white women. They be like, man, why don't you just... I'm like, nah, because I like to have fun. I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to church on Sunday and the pastor take all my money. No. So that's why I don't deal with them type of women. I deal with women that's free thinkers. That yaka yaka. See, that yaka yaka is what Dorsey worry about. Okay? So understand this. Dorsey went to school at 16 on a scholarship, a full academic scholarship in history. You can't tell me nothing about what goes on in this world. You the one who got to catch up. Now, when my mom was going to Iran with the man she claims she loved, that's her business. I don't get in grown folks' business. I got my own business. All I knew was I was getting ready to pack my bag, and I was going to be the player extraordinaire when I got to Iran. And all the albums, they were going to let me take all my stuff. The posters, the albums, all that. I could have been a DJ in Iran. I probably would have got killed, though, because they probably would have been like, you're an infidel. But I was ready to make that move at 14. See, y'all don't understand. Dorsey was born a grown-ass man. That's what you do. You kids You ain't never owned a house in your life. See, Dorsey owned 3 houses. Unfortunately, I got divorced, so I just passed it back to him. They had kids. I didn't need them. So I don't know why y'all keep on trying to peg me. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about my pedigree. Like you don't know about Plug's pedigree. I know what Plug's talking about. Okay, because I've always been independent. I've never had to accept something that I didn't deserve. Now, I don't know what y'all are talking about. H. Buster, now that's one man I do respect because H. Buster know what time it is. In Europe, women don't get mad. Women just do what men tell them to do. See, that's what's wrong with American women. When a man tells you to do something, you got to ask a million questions. Don't ask the question. Ask the questions after you do it, not before. That's my whole thing. Because I hate to be questioned. Honest, I hate to be questioned. Somebody, I'm trying to help you out, and then you're going to be asking me a million questions. And then as soon as you don't listen to me, the calamity hit, then you want to come boo-hooing and, oh, I shouldn't listen to you. Well, Dorsey ain't trying to hear that. Okay. So, like I said, I got a life. I'm 63 years old. And I was in the Marine Corps. So I've seen a lot of things that you guys would never. I haven't seen skies. How many of y'all seen the Southern Star, the Southern Cross? Been across the equator to see that the skyline is way different, that the stars are even different. You guys look at the same stars every night. You ain't never been nowhere. And then you want to talk crazy about California. Hey, man, I love California because California love me. So I don't care what y'all talking about. How long I got to hold this down, man?
What you mean, how long you gotta hold it down? Nigga, you talking about the damn Freddie Dorsey show. You can't even hold this shit down for a little minute, man.
It's
damn,
the Freddie Dorsey show?
Damn, watch out, move. Man, get the hell on.
Okay, so listen here.
Let me see who else that called in,
something
man.
to y'all. Half of you guys didn't even take civics classes, so you don't even know about government. Then when you ask them the three things of government, y'all don't even know. Okay? So please don't come to me trying to tell me about foreign policy. Y'all don't even know who Henry Kissinger is. I wasn't even around when Chairman Mao was out there trying to make deals with Nixon. I've seen this stuff. I've seen it develop. Y'all just now catching on to the stuff. Like Plug said, when he was 14, he was riding bicycles. When I was 14, I was reading big books. 987 pages and so forth, looking at photos. I got no photographic memory, but I do remember what I read, and I do remember what I've seen. And then when I go and live it, and no, I'm going to tell you like this. Yes, I wanted to go to Iran because I wanted to see the other side of the world. I wanted to see how they actually got down.
All right, man.
Hey,
They said who didn't take civics class, Dorsey. All right, Dorsey, man. Do anybody, if somebody else want to call in, y'all can, man.
If somebody else called me who got a life. I don't want to hear about no nigga who ain't got no life. Plug said before, when we had these conversations before, y'all don't know what Plug did. He has some wild stories to tell y'all. Y'all got mild stories. We got wild stories.
No,
we ain't scared to go out there and put a name. Yeah, maybe, I'm being real. Maybe Dorsey went to jail a couple of times. I don't care. He back out. And Dorsey didn't do no major crime, no felony, so, hey, I did what I had to do.
Come on now.
Anyway, the greatest show on YouTube, Plug, you the man. Essence, I'd like to say thank you. Lala, Big Niche, all to the Plug crew. Hey, this is the greatest show on YouTube. All right, somebody else call in. Bye.
Yeah, Chad, I had to talk to one of the contractors, man. Got some little project going on, man. Some little demolition going on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that shit together. Got some little demolition going on right now, Chad. So Had to make sure he was alright, had everything he needed, you know? Shit like that, chat. But the phone lines are open if anybody wants to call in. Y'all want to call Top Cat? Let's see what Top Cat got going. Nah, Top Cat might be busy. It's still early over there on the West Coast.
The 10 of them would have to jump on him that wouldn't have had any impact. I don't think he would have been like a fly. It's so ridiculous. It's so demeaning to women. It's so demeaning. Look at the weightlifting records. I mean, beaten by 112 pounds, a record that stood for 18.
All right, man. Hold on. I think I had another clip. What did I put there, man? I guess I didn't say that clip, man. You said, does Dorsey support Gavin Newsom? I don't know. Dorsey probably does. I know Top Cat do. Alright, chat. We finna get up out of here, man. That's the end of the show, man. We ain't gonna bother Top Cat this early in the morning. But please double tap the screen, shut a live out on your way out, man. Share this video out far and wide. Do not gatekeep this channel. I'm gonna try to get some videos recorded so I can get some uploads going today. And we'll be back tonight, chat. See y'all in the next one. Oh, join the Discord. Miles, drop the Discord. Join the Discord while it is free. I told you guys that in May there will be an entry fee into the Discord. Be sure to join the Discord while it is free, man. What the hell is going on? Oh no, chat. My device a little fucked up right now. It's gonna be alright though. We making it work. Alright, y'all, my eyes. There go to Discord, man. There go to Discord. Thank you, H-Buster. There go to Discord. Be sure to screenshot that Discord link and go to your pictures, and it'll be clickable, and it'll bring you right into the Discord, man. I'll see y'all on the next one, chat.